Y'all just give me 1 minute. I'll be right with y'all. Y'all just give me 1 minute. Welcome to the Sharp Show. Just give me 1 minute. I'll be right with y'all, pimpin'. One minute, pimpin'. I'll be right with y'all. Welcome to the Sharp Show. Sirski. Now, you can adjust it slightly. This would be dramatization. Yeah, move. Hell, you so close to me for? I told you to go home 4 times ago. You still coming out your house. So don't be mad. I told you to go home a long time ago. You don't want to listen. You want a whooping. That's what you really asking me for. Because you're not listening. Really not. And that deserves whoopings. And you need to get one. All right. Here we go. Here we go. What's the deal? What's the deal? Now let's see. It's hot as hell. Turn this air on. Slide. We finna slide. Slide, slide. Go for it. All right. We on that. We on that.
Yo, we back with another one, man. Got some sad breaking news. Dude from O Block, a youngin' from O Block was shot and killed last night in Chicago. Y'all know they King Von friends or whatever, but we finna get into the whole story and break everything down real quick.
Turning to breaking news from overnight on Chicago's north side. Chicago police say 2 people were shot and killed and a 3rd person was hurt. This happened early this morning near Broadway and Rosemont. It's still unknown what led up to that shooting. So far, no one is in custody. Turning to...
Yeah, man, that's crazy. And now, in the story right here, it say, gunman kills 2, injures 1 as patrons leave Edgewater Bar. It say at least 1 gunman left 2 people dead and the 3rd barely injured as people left an Edgewater restaurant and bar early Saturday morning. Chicago police found a stolen car used by the shooter burning on the far south side, but the offender remains at large. It happened at 1:28 a.m. in the 63rd 100 block of North Broadway. CPD offered very little information about what happened. However, witnesses said the victims were shot as people were leaving a nearby restaurant
you don't even gotta ask.
that has a late night liquor license. Officers found a 28-year-old man at the scene with gunshot wounds throughout his body while CPD administered CPR trying to save the man. He was subsequently pronounced dead at
Subsequently,
St. Francis Hospital.
he can't
The
read
other
for
two
nothing.
victims arrived at hospitals
He
in
said
cars.
subsequently.
31-year-old man shot in the left chest who died at Weeks Hospital, and a 36-year-old man who was in fair condition at Evanston Hospital with a gunshot wound to his back. An officer familiar with the investigation said video shows the gunman used a stolen Infiniti Q50,
Okay.
which was found burning in a 600
Got a little
block
giddy
of
up on the
East
Q50. I had
134th
one.
place, less than 2
Like
hours after the shooting.
2011. I left the
Officers
Q50s alone.
placed a couple of dozen evidence markers at the scene, all of which appeared to be placed next to shell casings. Not counting the man who accidentally shot and killed himself a couple of weeks ago, 9 people have been shot in Edgewater this year. Damn! 3 fatally. Here's how that compares to this date in recent years. That's crazy. But that just goes to show you and to let you know,
They hit
Edgewater ain't safe. You know what I'm saying? Edgewater just ain't the place where you want to be. I mean, it ain't safe at all.
But that's where he doing all the hood vlogs at.
So this was Youngin, one of the last posts on his IG Live. He say we outside, DM gang for the low. Now I don't know who would have been looking at that and DM in the gang for the low. I don't know who the gang he was talking about, the DM for the low, but apparently the wrong person must have got the low. You know what I'm saying? That's why if you in the streets like that, you don't want to be, you know, dropping your low, because people will pull up and they will get on you. You know what I'm saying? If the wrong person get that low. And this was Dukes. I can't play it because he got music playing on it, but
Sersky.
this was his last post on
They not playing it right.
IG or whatever. And you know, they say they was out celebrating Gleesh's birthday, having a good time or whatever.
That's how everybody had it.
You know, they outside. They up north. You know, they going off that Don Julio.
Yeah.
Don Julio. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wait.
Yeah, man. It's a sad situation. The city dangerous like that though, man. Like, people ask me all the time, what's the safest place in Chicago? I tell people all the time, nowhere. There's no such thing as a safe place in Chicago anymore. Why? Technology. People see you out, you live, DM in the low, somebody find out where you at or where you could possibly be at or where y'all at, they gonna slide to you. Now, it used to be a time where if you on the south side or if you on the west side or something, you'll feel like going to the north side or be like your safe place because your ops might not be over here or something like that because you away from the hood. You know what I'm saying? So you wouldn't expect no confrontation. But when you dealing with Chicago these days, it don't matter where you at. Because wherever you at, if niggas is on you, they'll come straight to you. You know what I'm saying? And they'll do that to you. So it's a sad situation. I thought Duke was still in jail for some gun charges and stuff he had, but he must have been out. Or he must have bonded out on that and just probably still been fighting the case or whatever. But it just goes to show you, man, the summer in Chicago is finna heat up. Summer in Chicago is always hot, but with the Olus and 2 people like this, especially Duke, like, it's finna get crazy, bro.
Yep. Summertime
so,
show
you know, y'all just be safe out there. Keep y'all head on the swivel, man. And don't be dropping your low on Instagram. Don't be telling the whole world where you at. Don't be popping up on anybody, because then that'd be a whole nother thing, too. A lot of these cats, they don't do it as much these days. But y'all already know back then, people like go live with their ops in Chicago. People will go live with their ops. So they'll say something to their ops or they'll go onto their ops post or something. That means your ops is on your page as well.
Yes,
not just everybody else. But that means your ops is there too. So if your ops is there too, and they see what you doing and they know where you at or something, and they'll do that. But whoever did this,
He said whoever
You could tell they had this planned out because
yes, sir, Ski.
he left the scene, burnt the car.
Burnt the whip.
You know what I'm saying? It's a crazy, sad situation, man. But in Chicago, when the sun come out, man, the guns come out. And you have to be ready, you know what I'm saying? And you got to stay low as possible, especially if you still in the streets. You can't never think your ops ain't gonna pop up where you at. You can't never think they not gonna try to come get you or they won't come get you.
Be in your chat,
or nothing like that because they definitely will.
Watching you.
You know, it's Chicago. It's a sad situation, man. Rest in peace to Duke. Rest in peace to Youngin. But that's how the city is, though, man. And it get cracking like that. And all this gonna do is, you know, it's gonna start more. Cause it ain't no. The Odin lost 2 people and they just gonna fall back to chill like this nothing like
gonna turn up.
There's gonna be some get back.
E-Dog gonna get some get back.
And it is what it is, man. Chicago. And I understand people want peace. People want to stop the violence. J-Man, hey, if you got the whoops on deck, you need to send them now. You need to get the whoops going now. You need to try to intervene because, see, this is the problem.
Brother,
you can push for peace.
I am
you
live.
You cannot be on something.
You trying to call me live.
That don't mean
come on, brother,
the people you into
I'm live.
feel the same way. People
I know you know that.
They brothers, they cousins, they sisters. Some of them, you know, didn't even lost they mothers and they fathers. You can't tell a person like that to turn the other cheek, to calm down, to not go do nothing. No, something is definitely gonna happen. For every action, there's a reaction. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna lead to a lot of get back, man. Y'all just be safe out there and stay the hell away from Edgewater. Yeah, y'all can't just take Edgewater off the list because Edgewater is not safe. And like I said, that thinking you safe just because you on the north side, that is an old way of thinking. That's past due. People used to think that all the time. Well, I just go downtown and I'm safe. No, because downtown, the low end is right there. Right there, especially like right off Michigan and all that. You right up
right
north,
there.
right there.
Right there.
So that little part leads right into the south side, which is the
right
low
there.
end, and come back, and downtown is right there. And they doing it over there. It ain't active. You know what I'm saying? They not playing no games with nobody. You feel me? So if them your ops and you come down there and you thinking you safe, they'll get on that with you in a heartbeat. They ain't gonna waste no time. They ain't got nothing else to do. They probably will see, oh, he on live.
They already said they ain't got jobs for him out there.
Having a good time.
That's a fact.
Yeah, nah, for the slide on them. You know? And old block, they into it with a lot of people, you know, and I mean, it's a lot of people in the city into it with each other. But just because you leave from your block and you go to the north side, that don't mean won't nobody come get up with you, man.
True that.
So, prayers and condolences to Duke and Youngin family, man. Rest in peace to him. More information come out. I'll give y'all the update, but y'all just stay safe out there, man. Keep y'all head up, man, and put that social media down. If you going to have a good time, focus on having that good time, because that good time could turn into a shootout in a heartbeat.
Bad time.
And you need to be ready for that. You need to be ready to get up out of there at a moment's notice. You ain't got time to, if the gang ain't got the low, they just ain't got the low. If they ain't there, they just ain't there. I don't need nobody pulling up on us later. I don't need nobody coming later. I don't need nobody showing up later. Because even if the ops ain't on your page, they probably on their page.
They on all the pages. They like, comment, and subscribing, man. They subscribers. I know they be watching. That's a fact. They trying to find a nigga on some bum shit. For real ski. Ain't no bums here, brother ski. We ain't bumming. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you ain't subscribed, man. We ain't bumming.
What's supposed to be a neutral territory,
we ain't bumming, folk.
like the north side, you will never know where it came from. Unless the person actually get caught. And the streets gonna talk, and hopefully they don't get online and start acting a fool and start claiming it. But you know, we in that era too, where dudes like to get online and trick on themselves. So who knows, man?
Give them what they want.
But it's a sad situation, man. Summertime Chicago is right around the corner, man. Y'all be safe out there.
Yeah, check out this new
Everybody
milk.
be saying they know how
Check
to move,
out this new
man.
milk
Y'all got to
7-4,
move
man.
better. Stop dropping it low. Stop letting everybody know you outside. And
see what Milk talking about. I'm just happy Milk back on YouTube. But I seen this little donut stuff earlier. I was like, what the hell is they talking about donut? I hope it ain't no chalk. You know, show more, go more, homo.
Like button for me. Now
I was
let's go.
like,
We got
nah.
a rapper from Northern California, and we gonna call him Tommy G. Now Tommy G went on a podcast and told a story of how he gave up his donut after getting confronted and kind of like checked by an inmate in Los Angeles County Jail. So we gonna go. We gonna log in and see what's the script. Don't be no unsubscribe recurring viewer.
I don't know why you
Subscribe
yelling like
button so you
that.
won't smell like Gilligan juice. Now let's go.
I went up with my shower shoes, thinking these are my shoes. They gave us these, right? Let me not take my real shoes. They're gonna get wet. My shoes. And then fucking, I went for like 2 days like that in shower shoes. And then finally, I walked past someone. He walked up on me and was telling me he literally walked to my cell and gave me some free game. He could have gotten me sideways. He could have tripped, and he said, "You're a homie, right? This and this and that. Hey, you gotta put your shoes on, food. Don't go in there next time with your shower shoes. Like, if something cracks off your slip and you're falling, this and this and that." And I literally gave that food. I swear to God, I gave that food 2 donuts for my shit that I was saving up, and shot it to him. And I straight up said, "Hey, I appreciate you coming at me like that, because I'm a youngster. I need to learn shit like that."
I appreciate you coming at me like that because
Yeah,
I'm a
that's a
youngster.
different type
I
of
need
member.
to learn. Like, this is a gangster rapper. Like, this dude,
It's
in
polite.
his rap songs, he be talking wild, crazy. Like, he just like John Wick in the streets, bro. It's like, I'm a youngster. Thank you. And hey, you can have my donuts like that, man. You sound. Remember, I said we're gonna call him Tommy G. Well, I think I'm gonna call him Tommy Gilligan from now on, G, because this is crazy. I was taught from a young buck. I mean, a youngster. I mean,
We ain't
like
doing
a
that
young
sorry shit.
grasshopper in the streets, homie. And if you go to jail, you don't take nothing from no inmate.
Especially a
No
Snicker.
inmate, especially nobody you don't know, nobody from your community. And even if they from your community, bro, you don't really need to take nothing from them if you don't even know them. If you didn't know them from the street,
Yep.
or you ain't got no rapport with them, homie,
Yep. Or it ain't
you
your
don't
direct
need to be
homie.
taking nothing
Don't
because,
do
like,
it.
Let's just say him. He's saying that
Especially
he
at
didn't
my
know the
age.
script
They don't do
about
it too much now. At
not
my
wearing
age, it was monsters in there.
the proper
You
shoes
gonna
to the
have to
shower,
bust on
bro.
them niggas.
How you don't know that? How you don't know that? And you claim to be from the streets. You say you a gang member, homie. So your OGs, your older homies, they didn't lace your chucks. They didn't properly lace your boots. I mean, you ain't heard no county jail stories, homie, before, Groove.
It's the Y is, brother. The Y is.
If I was in that position, I'd have been like, okay, for sure, bro. Thanks for the info. But I wouldn't have never gave him no donuts. Give me my donuts. Now he gonna be thinking you weak. He gonna be thinking you a goofy. He gonna be thinking you weak.
Nah, he ain't doing all that, Milk. You know, you taking it
Since
too
you gave
far.
him them donuts,
He wouldn't have told
that
him if
you
he thought he
fold
was a
under
nerd.
pressure. Because that's basically what
Gave
you
him
did
that
in my
game.
eyes, man. I'm not giving up no donuts.
Me
That
neither.
make you look weak, homie. Now, if you said, you know, I appreciate it, homie. I'm a youngster. I didn't know. Nobody really laced my boots like that. That would have been cool. But for you to say, thanks, you know, I needed that. I'm a youngster. You know what, fool? Huh? My donuts that I've been saving, here you go. That's goofy ass activity.
Don't do him like that, Bill. Don't do him like
Man,
that,
that
Bill.
is crazy,
Don't
bro.
do him like
Rapping
that,
all
Bill.
this tough shit in the song.
He said all this tough shit.
I get tough on social media, bro.
Yeah,
To
we know
hit the
that.
LA County Jail and get shook.
We know that.
Get shook.
Yeah, no
Very
wobbles.
shook. So
No
you have never been
wobbleizations.
to the county jail in Northern California? I'm confused. Like, you haven't been around
He
nobody.
ain't never caught a
You've
head
been
of
to the
fate.
county jail before? And I know they're going to inform you on certain rules, guidelines, and politics. They're going to give you the script just off the simple fact that you a black essay and shit. They're going to let you know what to do. They're going to say, hey, you don't run
Or
with
he a
the
crash
black.
out.
When you go to the county and they separate us, you go with the homies, fool.
What
They're
county?
going to tell you all
He
this.
LA County or Orange County?
You should already know the script. Or did you just start claiming the streets for the rap image? Like, was you in the streets before you started rapping, G? Or you said, I'm gonna start rapping, so I gotta get in the streets. Homie, y'all gotta bang the hood and shit real quick, homie. Did you do that? And then you
Milk
didn't
would
really
know.
know the rules.
Milk is the only
and
one that would know,
guidelines.
because he is a white boy from a black
I
gang.
know, I know
That's
a lot
why
of
he
y'all
owned
gonna say,
his
man, you
head.
tripping, man. He just, that homie looked out for him, so he wanted to look out for him. No, it don't work like that. No. How you paying somebody for doing that job realistically? Like, that was low-key that man's job to let you know, hey, homie, you run with
Yeah, but
us.
he just looked
Don't
out
come out
for
there
him.
with
He
them
thought he was a
shoes, put
homie.
them
You taking it
shoes
too
on,
far.
'cause if
Like,
they
the
go
nigga
down,
wanted to give him
you
some
gonna get
chunk
caught
chunk.
slipping and go on the ground
That shit
fast.
ain't that serious,
Like, that's
Milk.
his job.
But I
And it's your
understand the
job to say,
commentation of the
okay, thank
commentators.
you, or whatever.
That's when I gotta
And
bounce.
that's it.
You just babbling.
Not to give up your donuts that quick.
We don't get on 50 cent and Benzino.
Because when you start giving up these donuts,
I'm done with this. He's just babbling.
You said, I just remember being shot by your client. You know, almost being killed by your client. That's what I remember.
If you think that's the, go get my paperwork.
This is your
That's
paperwork.
no. I'm saying,
This is
I'm saying, hold on.
this is
Hold on. But that's from the recordings, right?
No.
The recordings.
No.
From what?
This is from the court date, the trial.
Look.
Right, no, but
Look, there you go,
from
stutter.
recordings,
That's
you
when
have
somebody
to
come clear across and get your
which one is
cheese.
the stand and which one was the recordings. They are basing, see, this is where the recordings come in, and they're basing everything. His defense is basing everything on what I said from the recordings. We knew they're gonna do that. That's all. That's the recordings.
But that's telling.
That's not me saying it on the stand.
But that's still telling.
Okay, so you read it. This is.
No,
But that's telling.
bro.
You said it on the recording, but you didn't say it on the stand. That's still telling.
140.
Page 4. So then that's all the recording then. See, you got to go back to the way back where I took the stand. See, Benzino didn't take the stand. It says it right there. You got to read the whole. Benzino takes the stand. That's not me on the stand.
Okay, that's not you understand. So anybody could go look that up this
Yeah, hell yeah, that's easy. I'm not.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you know this phone number? No.
Bro, I'm out. I can't do this no more. What number is that? I don't even know that number. What number? How am I gonna know this number?
Is that not your phone number? That wasn't your phone number?
That's my number?
All right,
Wait a minute, hold on. You said that is my number?
That wasn't your phone number?
I've never had no number.
Your phone.
I'm not doing
Come on,
I'm not coming.
that's what we doing? Come on, man.
That nigga said, that's what we doing.
All right.
Come on, man. Embarrass that
Come
boy.
on, let's finish that.
He embarrassed that boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He caught up. He caught up.
And that's it. You can't even like the way you do it. I have that, right? It's okay. Let's keep moving,
He said you ain't keeping it real
Who we
gangster.
talking, man?
Oh, wait.
Who we talking about here, man? Who we talking about? Ring, and I'll beat you, Ernest. Yeah. Me and you could get in the ring for that money.
Oh,
3
wait.
rounds. I'll whoop you. You big and sloppy and too stiff. And I don't believe all that golden glove shit. All right, we're gonna put that to the side. Mayweather, holler at me. Believe me. I'll be his huckleberry. How the snitch you? He was the first one that called him and said that the first one, before any statement that I made anything, he said he shot me. Let's make that clear.
Oh, wait.
All right. Months go by. It's time for the grand jury. Now the grand jury is going to be the jury that got picked to see that if he's going to get charged with attempted murder. In Boston, anything over the waist, attempted murder. Anything below the waist, assault with a dangerous weapon. Above the waist is 15 years and up. Everybody knows that.
No, I didn't know
We
that.
get to the grand jury. They asked me, do you know who? I said, nah, I don't know who shot me. Now that's in the paperwork. The grand jury, you can go get the paperwork. They said, nah, I don't. I said, I don't know who shot me. I said, I was dizzy. I was fucked. You said this. I said, I don't know what I was saying. I was panicking. I was blanking out. I was saying anything. I was in an ambulance. I said anything. I was in the hospital. I was under medication. I was saying anything. They said, okay, fine. Months now go down. It's time to go to court. They tell me and say, they tell my lawyer, God rest Mr. Lepo, they said, he has to come in court. I said, I'm not coming to no court. I already told the grand jury I don't know who shot me. If you don't come to court, we're going to give you 6 months contempt. Ain't this a... I said, okay. Me, my father, went to court.
This shit crazy.
My nephew was sitting there.
This
with
nigga
his
trying to
lawyer,
explain some
big
snitching.
fat.
Here we
They're
go.
looking at me like, it's funny because they said, if you can see who's in the courtroom, point them out. I said, I don't see anybody. If you can see who shot you, point them out. I said, I don't see anybody. It was that simple when I left. There was another 10 witnesses that were white people and everything that were on the highway that witnessed him shooting me. Because I said that he didn't shoot me, he got 18 months for shooting in a dwelling around people. That's what he got charged with. If I would have said he shot me, he would have did 15 years. 15 years.
So you say.
So I don't give a no internet. I'm solid. 50 cents, your puss. Nephew, your puss. If any if there's any real issues, I'm not hard to find. But that's a fact. What I just said was fact. We don't gotta, and the paperwork's out there. So I don't want to hear about no snitching shit. I want to hear it.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as Benzino responded to 50 Cent jumping out there today after he came across that clip right there in the beginning from the Ghetto Report podcast. And I had a link in the description where y'all can watch that in full. As Benzino made an appearance a few days ago on there to clear up his name on some snitching allegations that it came up that were discussed on that show. And it's a Boston-based platform where Benzino's from, so he decided to come back and say his side of the story. Well, it got real heated up in there. They started going back and forth and things about what happened, what statements was made and everything with the case for an incident where Benzino was shot at his mother's funeral, and most definitely condolences to their entire family, all their loved ones, and God bless her soul. But as he was shot there by his nephew, supposedly, they was having some family issues. Benzino wasn't supposed to go to the funeral, and he told the cops in the heat of the moment, as he said right there himself, like, I was shot, I was panicking. He had told, according to Benzino, his nephew had told the police while he was shot up, hey man, he had a gun on him, he was finna shoot at me, and Benzino was saying, well, like, nah, bro, this nigga shot me. Nigga, I'm shot up. I ain't got no gun, he shot me. So then he said, hey, I went on the stand and told them that, hey, he did not shoot me. I don't see the guy who shot me and stuff, as in, hey, I didn't send him to prison. The people that was there, they the ones that said he shot me. Everybody else, the other witnesses there, that's the reason he went to prison for the time, because he was shooting in the dwelling and stuff like that, not for shooting me. If I would have came and said he shot me, he would have got 15 years or something like that. And I don't know the entire breakdowns. People can look into that how they want to. I just want to come on here and make sure I let Benzino's side be heard, because I did cover earlier today that 50 Cent had threw it up on the gram and was laughing and joking about it and mocking them and stuff like that. 50 and him been going back and forth on social media for a little bit now. And I didn't want to just let, I'm going to put up 50 part, but not let Benzino speak his piece. He say he don't look at what he did as telling and snitching. He's saying, hey man, I came, I didn't send them to prison and stuff. They wanted me, they forced me to come to court. They told me I had to come to court. I did not point them out. And this is one of them ones, like I said earlier, Benzino put himself in this situation. Now, of course, you don't want that stuff on your name. If you don't feel like you're told, you don't feel like you sent nobody to prison, whatever, you know, that's that. But, and you know, people gonna defend their name, especially in their hometown. But once you go to this platform, you knew it was gonna be hostile.
Yeah, it's your hometown. They gonna dog you the worst.
Said, nigga, you sent me the link for the paperwork, nigga, so you knew what they was on. You knew they was gonna break it down. He got turned up and walked out. They started, it just went all the way left. With 50 Cent catching that, he most definitely threw it up there and put it up in everybody's face. But for Benzino, like I say, defend your name. You gotta defend your honor. I get it. But when you go put yourself in situations like this at times and you know it's gonna be hostile, you throw gasoline on the fire for a nigga like 50 Cent to go use it as ammo, which you know that nigga, that's just what he's gonna do. But Benzino, I'll be covering this thing because he is funny, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. When that nigga be getting mad, bro, I'm gonna laugh. I'm like, bro, I can't help it, dog. That nigga funny when he be mad, bro, because he be dead serious. That nigga say he'll whoop 50, he want to box
Yeah,
that
I
nigga.
know. He be working out.
Niggas always say Mayweather set it up, too, when it's like time to get into some boxing and squabbling. Like Mayweather,
They know
the
you
only
pay
nigga
for
that
it.
can set up the boxing. I don't know, niggas always just drag Mayweather into it. Y'all ever notice that, man? But it's entertainment, man. Benzino will calm down. It'll blow over. They'll be all right, man. I do think that certain times, certain niggas, they just, it's the internet, bro. It's the internet at times. And certain people on the internet, man, they playing the game. Certain niggas is trolling. Certain niggas is in their feelings.
Yep.
Me, I'm the type of
That's
person,
what it's all about.
when it comes to this internet, I get it. And it can get very disrespectful and get out of pocket. People play with you, you know what I'm saying?
That's
whether
enough.
they
Y'all
have
know what's
the right
going
to or
on.
not.
I'm going to show y'all what happened in L.A. I don't know if y'all seen
Two
this.
Southgate men are facing federal charges tonight after authorities say they stalked and robbed unsuspecting casino winners at gunpoint. The pair is said to have hunted their targets in casinos, then ambushed them after they left.
Rick Chambers is live at the Commerce Casino with more on how the daring duo nearly got away with hundreds of thousands of dollars. Rick?
Yeah, sure. This was literally highway robbery. We had a group of thieves that would follow successful gamblers and then rob them out on the road. But it was a joint FBI, LA Sheriff's task force that put an end to it.
We're happy to have them off the streets.
He's referring to these two men, Derek Lopez and Juan Gonzalez of Southgate, indicted today in federal court for a series of armed robberies outside several different Southland casinos. The feds say Lopez was the scout, always looking for winners in the casino. In fact, that's him at a table in the Commerce Casino high-fiving a female target.
Once they saw a patron that they believed to be a successful gambler, someone who's taking out a large amount of winnings that evening, they would then follow them onto the highway.
It's alleged that Lopez, Gonzalez, and at least two other men would use multiple cars to box in their target along highway off-ramps. This is a surveillance photo of those cars doing just that. The bandits would then swarm the car with guns drawn.
Smash the windows of that car and then demand and take either the winnings themselves or the actual casino chips and oftentimes other personal property of those gamblers.
The victims were predominantly Asian and targeted more than 16 times during a 7-month period back in 2023.
Jeez,
the feds say this is Lopez during one of those takeovers. The gunman often hitting more than once a night and taking in quite a haul.
There was at least $275,000 in cash, winnings, chips, or property.
At least two of the victims were cut by flying glass as they were attacked in their cars. The U.S. Attorney's Office says that Juan Gonzalez was arraigned today in federal court. Lopez, who is already in state prison on firearms charges, will be in federal court later this summer. And investigators say they have recovered guns and IDs, fake IDs that were used in these crimes, but very little of the cash and chips. In Commerce, I'm Rick Chambers. Guys, I'll throw it back to you in Hollywood.
Rick, thank you.
Young Mimo.
Man, did you ever get down on Dutchy at some point in time?
Yeah, we was on the green line. I think we was on like 50-something, 51st. I think we was on 55th. And we ran into Dutch and them on the green line. We seen them.
Who's we?
It was me and
the
like
homies,
a couple
my
five
partners.
more people. Icky D, C-Day. It was like, I don't want to name everybody on them, you know. But it was like 5 of us. We saw them. They saw. He was on the opposite side. We ran down the escalators, ran over, caught him. He was the only one that didn't ran. What's up? Ooh. He tried to fight back, but he was outnumbered. Put the Timbs to his forehead. He cool though. I ain't trying to start no extra shit, but he know what's up. I'm Steve.
Okay, I'm Steve. All right. Yeah, that situation went down. That shit over and done with.
Yeah.
Man, that shit is over with.
I ain't trying to relight no candles and all that extra shit. I ain't here to be messy.
Yeah, no need for that at all, man. Not at all. I want to circle back on real quick on, if you don't mind. I want to ask you a question about Dirk case. I just want your perspective from the outside. Not that you're giving any legal advice or anything of that sort. What does he got going for him good? tell you what I think he
Hit
really
that
got
like
going
button,
for him,
subscribe
bro.
if you ain't
I think the
subscribed.
strongest part of the evidence is when he texts, whomever he texts said, don't do nothing with my information.
I actually don't know if that's true or false, gang. I don't know what they got going on, so.
Okay, respect, that's true.
I just felt like bro innocent, man. When I was around him, I never saw no murder for hire shit, no talking about killing nobody, getting nobody killed, none of that type shit. We kept it brotherly love and music, bro. That's it, that's all. He never showed me none of that type of side that they saying they portraying him to be.
And that's basically from the outsiders. Because when the government come inside, they're going to paint their own picture anyway.
Yeah,
Show that.
If they want you off the streets, they going to try their best to get you off the streets, man.
But show that.
Yeah, man.
If they want you.
I feel like we gotta send out a positive message, man, and a vibe for all of the cats that's locked down. We don't want anybody in jail or laugh at anybody in jail.
But show you,
I think
this life is
pushing
not
anybody in
it,
jail,
bro.
me
Sitting in
personally,
jail,
I think
that ain't
that's some
living.
sucker shit.
Yeah, it is
I
some
know
sucker
for
shit.
sure. I know 100% of
Sitting in jail, some
Dirk
sucker
innocent,
shit.
bro. He'll be home, though.
When Dirk come home, he gets him up under this. In my opinion, Dirk gonna be on Michael Jackson status.
Yeah. Dirk going to Bora Bora. He gonna get the fuck up out of America. He better shit.
Man,
you see, you targeted here. This is where they don't want you. Like,
You know what's crazy is he's the second person, celebrity-wise, big money, that got the key to a city. He got the key to the Bridgeview with some other little town.
I was just telling my homie that. Yeah, what we was just talking about that.
Puff got the key to the city, and then they bag Puff.
Yeah, when you black, bro, and you got shit going like that, they gonna target you.
Too much
that
motion.
man making more than most of these cops and FBI agents making in a year and a day off a feature. Like, they gonna do shit like that, bro.
Yeah, that's unbelievable money to them.
Cap.
It's too much for a black man.
So is it safe to say don't take the key?
Don't take the key. Give him his key back. I hope y'all ain't changed them locks. He a locksmith from phono.
Don't take the key.
Phono.
Don't take the key. Don't take the key, man.
What's up? This is Cam
Show
Capone. We got more
They gonna say
content like this
anybody.
coming soon.
Anybody.
So hit that like button.
Look, they'll leave dudes like this on the street to lead you astray. This dude right here coming up, 607 The Pump. Check him out. Big Goofy. Super Big Goofy.
You know what, though? I did watch the interview.
Here you go. Here you go.
And you always
He said he used to smoke crack.
But then
what you paying me enough? I did first interview for free, the second one for free.
You did not
Hit that like button, subscribe if you ain't subscribed.
The first one free, the second one free.
We swerving YouTube streets.
No. You paid me after the third. You said you did good, and then you gave me some money.
And I've been paying you every since.
Yeah, you been paying, but not. BA said you pay him $5,000.
I surely don't pay anybody.
He said, "Oh, well, I'm good. That's good. You pay me enough." I mean, you go viral, so I'm good.
They leave niggas like him on the streets.
Even though you don't pay shit.
Ex-crackheads is famous on YouTube.
So everybody knows if you come over here, you don't pay shit. So it's good, but you don't pay shit.
Goddamn
The
shit.
money you talk about giving ain't enough to get me a Happy Meal, gang.
Straight
Cool.
cooning.
Get me here. I'm going to lose money to get her to do this. Say I ain't.
Man, it's on your way.
But I'm on my way to work. I don't live in.
You see how long his hair got since he got a little guapole?
Yeah.
Since he been getting a little cheddar? You see how long his dreads done dropped? His shit damn near long as mine.
Yeah, but you
That's
don't pay
that
enough.
brick baby
Come
shit.
on, gang, don't matter. You don't pay enough. You should pay for all of them. You the biggest.
Bro, you told Adam you would do a whole show for free.
Yeah, cause I'm trying to buy no jumper. I ain't trying to buy your shit.
No,
Yeah, the next time pay me enough.
cooning.
'Cause I'm going to lose money getting there. I'm going to lose money. But it's all good. The money not real. The world simulation. The God and the devil the same person. That's why I do it.
Well, Little Dirk is in some more trouble.
Well, fuck that Dirk. He ain't getting out.
He tried to get out on bail, and they said that some of the lyrics that the cops are
Fuckery.
accusing him of using that are supposedly about Quando Rondo's brother were recorded before the hit even happened. So the
Don't he
feds
look like he just
indicted
hit that
him and
pipe
didn't even use the lyrics.
from a
And
nigga
now
that got
he's
that
looking at
word?
even more charges, stalking with killing.
See, they dumb. The first thing they try to do is say it's AI. Nigga, we know your voice from AI. Stop playing with me. Like, we know it was you. All right? Niggas snitch and then try to recant they snitch. What Orlando Brown said, you can't take it back. Out the ass. Yeah, Dirk can't take it back out the ass. It's already in this deep. Stop playing with me. Yeah, it's so deep in his ass, it's coming out his mouth. Stop playing. That's why I keep talking this shit. Right? Listen, let me tell you this. They are with the Soul Trap program.
What's the Soul Trap program?
It's designed to keep the souls trapped on Earth.
But hold on. What does that have to do with Little Dirk?
Yeah, Little Dirk is part of that. They pay him to keep the souls trapped where he is included. See, Dirk is
fuckery. Is he gonna get out on bail?
Listen, come on, man.
Pure fuckery. What kind of deal can Little Dirk make?
Well, he made a deal with his ass. He made a deal with his family. What else kind of deal he make? He made a deal with Vaughn. He made a deal with everybody. He made a deal with the money. Ain't no other deal you can make when you go and deal with the devil. They ain't gonna take their money over with. He don't own his mask. He don't own shit. Right? Right? How you gonna get out? How you get out? He don't own nothing to get out with. The money fake. They don't want that, man. They won't land. And they won't land they never owned in the first place. Stop playing with me. Listen, America don't even own the land they said. Stop playing with me. So the artists don't own the music that they sing. It's all shit. He don't own the music that he sing, gang. Them songs belong to, what label he with?
He remind me of Orlando Brown.
Yeah, Dirk ain't got no song.
It just hit me.
To
To go viral, you gotta do shit like Orlando Brown. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you ain't subscribed.
Yeah, OTF is owned by somebody else. Who's owned by somebody else. Stop playing with me. He don't own it, gang. He gave it away. He gave it away. Right? And that's why they took him to jail. Like Shannon Sharp, you gotta give it back. Stop playing with me. You cannot die with it. You can't give it to the family. Them all the rules. You can't die with it, and you can't give it to your family, man. Something on me. He can't pass it on. And listen, shout out to Dirk, because like the demons get it now. So that's not really Dirk. I ask Dirk Mama right now. Dirk Mama, look at this. Tell me Dirk was the same. I bet you he ain't the same as he was when he was a little bitty kid. He started sleeping on his stomach, and the demons got in his boot. And ever since then, he turned to Lil Dirk. But he wasn't Lil Dirk before.
They say that Dirk converted a whole bunch of people to being Muslim when he was in there.
Come on, Muslim?
Straight cooning Orlando Brown shit.
All religion is
Hit that like button. Subscribe if you ain't subscribed.
I keep telling everybody Allah, okay? A lot of people don't know. Listen.
I don't think
all I gotta get. What type of man tell another man to pray 5 times a day with your ass in his house? Yeah. That's spiritual loving. Yeah. What Great Duke Quay said, he got like a dick shaped like energy. Oh yeah, an energy shaped dick going in their ass.
What?
Yeah, Allah got an energy shaped dick, and it going in Muslim hands when they pray.
What?
I saw him like, why?
What's the deal? What's the deal?
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like
Here
this
we go
coming
with,
soon. So hit that
really
like
whack,
button, subscribe,
ain't got no hundreds.
and stay locked in to Cam Capone.
Man, play my shit, man. Why my phone taking so long?
When you see all these people coming out and they got stories, there's a guy named B. Brazy who has a story about claiming that
for
he
sure
beat
that.
up
For
Forex
sure that.
13 years ago.
Let me ask you something.
Do you believe it?
Hold on. Let me ask you something. Do I believe Forex has won all his fights? No. When you fight that much, you get better.
Yep. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you ain't subscribed.
Demonstrate that on your next opponent.
And I asked for extras how that fight went, and
We looking at Whack Daddy. You know how they got P Daddy, P Daddy, Puff Daddy. This is Whack Daddy. I talk to B Brazy.
Little Mont called me. That's my dog. Called me with him on the thing, right? I broke down everything he said, right? I did it on my channel. He said Forex was calling him out. Or he called him out.
I gotta make sure it's on the
The
100.
30
This
days
is
where you
whack.
fuck 40 crip, he banged
No
his wife,
hundreds.
said, claimed his hood, went to the day room. He said while they was squabbling and he was tagging Forex started jumping around saying, "Oh, I like you. Oh, I like you." So this is the antics that we see that he does.
They just gotta bounce out. Just act like they got some money and stop acting ignorant.
He didn't get knocked out. He didn't get knocked out.
Even if we fight, what is it fighting for? You lying, bitch.
All it confirmed.
Once you lie, what are we even fighting for? You just, why would I even want to deal with you? You're a liar.
Now,
if you lie on me, I couldn't trust you on $1.
Career.
On $1, you come out the gate lying? Broski, I could never get $1 with you. You lied off the jump, just like a broad. You get a female, or you get a new boyfriend, and then they lie off the jump,
or whatever it is.
off the dribble.
You
be like, yeah. Matter of fact, I don't even want to be around you. You don't even need to fight. Go your way, I go my way. You be lying.
Cuban Rob going there. He did some crazy shit one time. Went to jail on some fluke shit, didn't tell me. And like 4-5 days go by. Like, man, I ain't heard from this boy. Where's he at? So I go to call his phone, no answer. Boom, I do a search. He's sitting his motherfucking ass in jail, right? I send the bondsman. Bondsman get out, hand him the phone. Bro, how long you been in jail? Oh, about 5 days. You wasn't gonna call me? Oh, blood, Paul Rule. I was in there with the homies having fun. I was just getting my squabble skills up, blood. I fought about 7, 8 niggas. So he intentionally didn't call me. Cuban, you go to jail, what I do immediately? From the substation, right? So you got some people, my homie Pooh Rider. Everybody know Pooh Rider. The term Beehive and Wayside Max, he started that, right? All he do is fight all day, every day.
Yeah, I know Pooh Rider. He was in CMC East with me. He was on AR, I was on CR. I used to see him at a canteen. The light skinned big nigga. That's how I knew him, because we both were sized up. That's how you meet a lot of niggas. You be looking at each other, be like, you a homie? Yeah. And then I had the B on my face, so you know what I mean? A lot of niggas just already know when I'm in the pen, it's just your blood, huh? Yeah. Even the Chris, they be like, oh yeah, your homie over there. Be like, who?
So with 4
you from Inglewood, right? Like, how you know me? In the canteen, like how the fuck you know? Right? Oh, we already know. Nigga, you be over there fighting. I'm like, yeah.
Great job at it.
Niggas be talking about you in school. Yeah.
That's part of his character.
Don't you work PIA? Yeah.
That has allowed people.
Don't you fuck with the big homie? And y'all be doing the phone thing? And y'all both working PIA? Y'all be getting bread with the big homie? I be like,
go crazy.
Yeah, you know me.
You know me.
You never know, because niggas will put him on you like, hey, he be looking out. He be doing this.
The idea that there are people out there that are
it's too easy to get put on blast.
No, to the people,
it's too easy on the internet to get put on blast if you like that. Too easy. Somebody big come out the woodwork.
Those people.
I seen him do it. He did it right here. Here go the picture.
Right. It's nothing wrong with.
Ain't got no shit like that on me.
Never. We got homies that squabble. 4-5 years.
Now he talking like, now he said the bounty, like he motherfucking Snoopy says he is.
He wrote it up, let's get out.
He said bounty?
I ain't got no problem with you.
Well, just said a couple days ago he wasn't even a banger.
We got a lot of homies.
When Brick Baby went to jail, he said he wasn't a banger.
We got homies, third crazy ass. He another one. We got homies that a lot of them is in there fighting. Then you get the older homies.
You fight the homies before you.
What the younger homies doing now.
You fight the Crips too, but you'll fight the homies a lot more.
20 years ago.
That's
so
how
when we run through
get your name up too.
Each other, what's up, nigga? You
they be on bullshit.
We did all that.
Homies be in there on bullshit. Don't go to the county jail.
But the young homies,
the homies be on bullshit. Don't let 2 niggas that's bloods and there's 5 other bloods that don't go to store. Oh, niggas start acting too bougie and too good. I used to be like, look, I'm gonna bust a big ass homie spread for the whole table. It's gonna be the table side. But
the people, like for
I will not be doing this every day. But I will put all the shit in there. Pickles, skins, all that.
Talks about this fight that they had.
All
that.
Was
like, 12 years ago.
Just know,
do you respect that?
I got some extra suits. Don't hit me up every fucking day.
The homie is sitting
and I don't even drink coffee that much. So I got this vending card for you niggas to get that cheaper coffee. Don't just drink it. Sell some goddamn shots, nigga, and get on your feet. And stop asking me for a soup every day. Sell your shots for the soups. You can get out the way. You know what? I'm going to give you these 10 soups for yourself. Then I'm going to get you this $24 card that only got like $22 on it. Yeah, go to the vending machine, pay the man, and get all the packs of coffee you want. When you sell them shots, do your thing. Give me one of them bags. I'ma hold it because I don't drink. And then whenever you doing bad again, I'ma talk shit to you. I'ma give you this bag. I'ma talk shit to you when I give you this bag to get on your feet again.
And we not squabbing you.
So that means I gave you 3 bags to get on your feet. You coming back for the 4th, you fucking up.
I didn't talk to 15
I don't drink them shits.
And his homies, he check out. He like that. He like the burnt out homie.
But that's what you do
Brains.
when you got 5 homies that don't go to
He
store
another brains. No
and 2
brains,
homies
right?
that
When I
do.
was sitting
Don't
there
be
with Brick and
looking at me
Ralphie,
making a
as soon
wet
as his
burrito
name
with the
came
puppy
up,
eyes,
they were like,
nigga.
oh yeah.
And I
Yeah.
will
Because
give
they
it
were
to
locked
y'all.
up with
You
him
ain't gotta
before
ask.
I guess.
If I got
Exactly
extra,
official, but guess
I
what?
will give it
Brick ain't
to
gonna say
whoever
nothing,
I didn't give it
'cause the
to
next story
last
they tell
time.
about him.
So don't
When
be
he
thinking,
said,
oh, you
that
got
other
more
nigga,
squabbles with a
I'ma kill
homie
how
or
you
you
let
bigger than
your homie get
him. And
ran and didn't
yeah,
know
yeah,
you.
yeah,
You
whatever,
talking
nigga.
about Crip Mac.
I'm gonna give it to the
You in there,
little
ain't no
homie,
listen, if I'm
and
on
then I'm
there
gonna give it to
and them
yo
just 5
big
niggas say
ass
whack, I
little
need
homie,
that.
and it's gonna go around.
By the time I get off
Next,
my
next,
second phase,
next.
and
And
one of
if
my
you
homies is
tripping,
there,
we gonna get you.
Rule, I got
And I
that,
said
watch out.
we, cause nigga, you
I'm
fucking
gonna
up the
take my breathing,
program.
I'm gonna get back in
You
there.
fucking up
So
our
B-Brains,
program. You
I'm
fucking
glad
with
he
me,
did that.
you
'Cause
fucking up our
Baby
program.
Brains
You
should
niggas
have
don't
tell
go
about how
200 to stove every goddamn Wednesday,
Brick
Tuesday, or
Baby was in
Thursday.
there,
Correct,
running his
nigga?
things and let Crip Mac
Shut your bitch
get
ass
ran.
up.
He said he let him get ran to a point they damn near stopped it. The
We gonna
homie
whoop
stopped
you.
it.
We.
And this ain't the
That's when I
first
say
time we
we.
heard it because Brick Baby kind of said it when he was mad at when he was mad at him.
And I don't
He
care
got
how
ran and
big you
whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop.
is and how
But
young
the
you
whole,
think
this
you.
is why
Nigga,
Spody Face
do some more
and
working out.
4X
We
was
gonna
mad.
get you.
How you up there telling niggas the homie got ran and you was there?
That's a
There's
fact.
no way 5 niggas is lining up to squabble my homie and y'all think that's not gonna happen. I got to get in there. Win, lose, or draw. Right? So, you know, at the end of the day, I think what 4X is doing is great for him. It's working for him. Right? Is 4X the only dude in there fighting? No. Did he probably win all his fights? Probably not. But if he didn't run or roll it up, he'd get accredited for the squabble.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
You think of Toronto music, you probably think
I don't know
of
if y'all
Drake,
seen
Tory
this, but
Lanez, or The Weeknd. But what
you
some
know
of you may
Brandon
not know is
Buckingham
that Toronto
always be
has one
going
of the
to
most
all the
violent and
trenches,
ruthless
clouding up.
underground
This
rap
is another
scenes in
clouder.
all of North America.
But what I will say, he hop out on
Young
feet in
Toronto
your
rapper
hood.
killed,
That's the only
identified as
thing
a
he do
popular
different from no
Toronto
jumper.
rapper.
I was shocked
He
while
get out
researching
there
this video
in the
at just how
trenches
deadly
and
the
did
streets of
get
Canada
shot.
can get. So come with me as we venture to the north side of Jane and Finch, as well as Alexandra Park, to get a first-hand look inside Toronto's most dangerous hoods.
Toronto, this is Jane and Finch, Blast Gang.
Alexandra Park, PO, MG for
Content creators got shot in their head out here.
come around, you might not leave, nigga.
He said content here to get shot in the head. Brandon
Tell us a little
Buckingham
about
got
life here in
balls.
Jane and Finch.
The trenches.
Most dangerous, most trench, most known in Canada, I feel like. Not even just Toronto, in Canada.
This episode starts off in Jane and Finch, an area that has been producing famous hip-hop artists since the late 80s and is notorious for the crime and gang activity that goes on there. For years, there has been a clear divide in the neighborhood, with the north side of Jane and Finch, also known as Up Top, repping the Crips, and the south side, also known as Down Bottom, repping the Bloods. In 2007, police conducted a year-long investigation called Project Cryptic that led to over 700 criminal charges being laid against 95 different people, ultimately dismantling the Driftwood Crips and opening the door for a new generation to take over the neighborhood. But more on that in a minute.
All right, guys, check it out right now. I'm on the north side of Jane and Finch with the one and only number 35.
Hit that like
YG.
button. Subscribe if you ain't subscribed.
This is YG35, a popular rapper from the area that has racked up millions of views on songs like Hurt Me, which went #1 trending on YouTube, and
I gotta
Auntie, which
peep
earned him a
this
gold plaque.
goofy.
He has a wild history with the law that we'll
I
touch
can't
on
even
here
say
in a
that. I
bit.
don't even
There's a
know the
whole
man.
bunch
He
of,
might be
rappers
swerving
from
blocks.
Say, right? Yeah.
Fucking shit up. I take that back, YG. I don't even know you. That's just some, hating ass, bitch ass
This is
shit I just
Pressa.
did.
From going on tour
That
with
was some
Drake to
hate
his song
ass shit.
Canada Goose racking up nearly 30 million views on YouTube, he has cemented himself as one of the most famous rappers from the streets of Toronto, easily recognizable by his unique
Hit that
voice.
like button. Subscribe if you ain't subscribed.
And much
Get in
like
my
YG,
DM,
he has had to
Instagram,
overcome insane legal troubles. At one point, he was accused of having taken part in kidnapping
B.Hustle.
2 of his enemies, torturing them,
Spell it the
forcing them
regular
to
way,
perform
not
oral
the
sex
Nipsey
on one
way.
another,
Got
filming
me
it and
fucked
sending it
up.
to their parents to demand $10,000 in exchange for the footage not being publicly released. He was arrested, but miraculously posted bail and was somehow able to go on tour with Drake during this time. But soon after, venues began canceling his shows.
I'm really sorry, but we need to pull the show with Pressa's legal problems in Toronto. It's a risk
got some
the
little
venue
pieces on
can't
them,
take
though.
at the moment.
I can't even
Kidnapping
lie,
and
they got some
torture
cool
is
little
just too
pieces on
far.
them.
Ultimately, Pressa was found not guilty
I
of
don't
these
know
crimes,
nothing about
and 2 other
Toronto,
men
but
from
just
Jane and
Drake.
Finch were sentenced for
Drake and
committing these heinous
5
acts.
Star.
Who brought you
That's
out
his
there,
name,
man?
5
You
Star
just walking
Chat.
through or what?
You checked in.
You checked in with 35?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said bring a little bit of honey and you're good.
Yeah, you're good, you know?
$1 here in the cup. This is Pressa's older brother, BFR Bundog, a talented rapper in his own right. He has a crazy story that started before he was even in first grade. When Bundog was around 5 years old, his brother Pressa was born on May 10th, 1996.
I heard of
Only
Pressa
36
from
days
somewhere
later, on
too.
June 15th,
I'm knowing
their
these
father,
names, but I
Mark
don't really
Prestige
know
Gardner,
where.
who was alleged to have been a prominent member of the Driftwood Crips, shot and killed a volunteer security guard outside a community dance hall and has been in jail ever since. Pressa and Bundog would go on to hang out on the streets of Jane and Finch at a very young age, with photos existing of Pressa flexing wads of cash at what looks like 7 years.
Oh, I would like to say, rest in peace, that 12-year-old in Compton that got killed, what was it, yesterday at the park. Little kid that played there every day. Everybody knew in the neighborhood. It's crazy, man. You know what I mean? And then the funny thing about it is the people know the color of the car, all type of stuff. You know, once you hit them kids, that's when the feds gonna get involved. And they will make sure they find your black ass. But let's get back to it.
And both the
And I'm
boys were
not
seen
hating.
frequently
That's a
outside,
fact.
appearing
You
in
hit a
rap
kid,
videos as small children.
10 times
Flash
worse.
forward to 2007 when the Driftwood Crips were taken
Bills,
down by Project Crypto,
no
a new gang would emerge called
expenditures. They spending it
YBK,
all
or
on
Young
that.
Buck Killers, specializing in drug and
AKA
weapon
for the
trafficking.
community.
This gang was led by three men,
They'll
Muhammad
spend a
Hersey,
bag for the
Guled
community.
Mahadale, and Bundog. YBK grew so large that by the fall of 2011, they were classified by the police as a criminal organization, and the Canadian version of a RICO was put together called Project Marble that would soon lead to 900 officers executing search warrants all across Canada.
Raided all
Let's switch back to LA,
everybody's
man.
doors. There was 66 people.
And I really gotta switch lanes too, because when I be in, since I'm from LA, if I don't go with the LA narratives, I lose subscribers. I mean, I lose viewers. That's why I always gotta get back. If y'all never noticed, once I start talking about them other states, since I'm LA based, people start getting up out of here.
So I got sent this clip, I guess, of this South Side rapper from the East Side, low bottoms of Los Angeles, celebrating getting multiple DPs by his homies. So we gonna go. We about to log in and see why he's so happy by that. Come on.
Yeah, break them. The streets break them. A beat down break them. DPs break them. DPs are nothing, but you should go get a DP and come back. That's your friendly.
Have you had to go through that?
A lot of times.
A lot of DPs?
Hell yeah. But not over like some doing like out of bounds shit, like, you know, some stupid shit, you know, just because me being me, you feel me? Sometimes the homies get mad because they really go live. But I'm taking the DP.
I was about to ask you that. Like, do you get DPs over like doing shit on social media?
Hell yeah. What? But you know, it's not really like that serious.
I was at a DP though. What are you doing
He
wrong?
said on the hood, fool.
Nah, because sometimes like shit hits the fan after those videos. I don't know if you know what I'm trying to say.
Nah.
Well, you might deserve a DP over that, homie. Because people, individuals, gang members, when you outside in the streets, homie, you can't be going live in every situation because that put you and everybody around you at risk. Especially if you somebody with a following and a person that has beef and shit. You gotta be careful when you go live and how you go live. Because it could get real, my guy. So he basically saying he got a DP because he was on live probably antagonizing somebody. And they came over there and slid.
Yep. You got somebody hit.
And he got a DP, homie. But, you know, why would you get a DP? Because if they come slide, you go slide. But maybe he wasn't in the mood to go slide. And maybe they DP'd him for that, my guy. I don't know.
I could be on live.
Bill extra'd out with it. I ain't gonna lie. Bill put the cold controversy bullshit in it. That's why I gotta smile. Bill be coming with that twist. He be coming with that Mountain Dew twist type shit.
Okay.
I respect it though.
That's why before that
Putting your homies in danger, fool.
You should be.
He said, putting your homies in danger, fool. What's the deal? What's the deal?
Don't be soft, bro. Get a DP.
Oh yeah, for sure that. Hey, what is my phone number? Hey, one of my moderators in here know my phone number. They can throw it up there.
It's still against you.
Noon up in here. Where Noon at?
How many DPs have you had so far?
Oh, probably like 5.
Noon, put the number up there for me.
Let
me go find it.
This man got a nifty nickel count of DPs, homie. That is crazy to me. Like 5 DPs. Like, let me tell you something. He's saying being from the hood, that comes with DPs. That's true to a
I'm gonna tell you right
degree.
now, gang. Hear the number. This is my
But a
YouTube phone
person
anyway,
shouldn't
so it's already
receive
out
5
there.
DPs
Just in case somebody think I'm dumb.
when I was outside, man, if you was on your second, second, man, you probably wouldn't have got to the 3rd DP because the next one would have been a put off, homie. You would have been getting put off because obviously you keep making bad moves. You keep going left.
Hit in the chat, Northside,
You don't supposed to do that, bro.
Fontana, let me know you up in here. I'm gonna shoot you this number right now.
Wrong, and
it's the chat phone anyway. I be answering this shit like
hopefully prevent
like
you from doing
motherfucking
it
600.
now, homie,
I ain't scared of no nigga. I'll go live.
Believe
and you can talk shit. You better have some facts.
Because he said
I ain't no bogus ass
DP,
nigga. You ready?
3 against 1.
All right.
You know that's gonna turn
it's
you into a squad alert. Yeah, it might,
482.
And it also might mess your face up.
14.
Marks on you.
You can call it right now, nigga. On my mama, I'll go live with you. You call it right now. 424 482 0414.
Like I really
on
don't
my mama.
understand.
And it's on.
A put on.
Like, on the dead homies.
Like
look.
you beating somebody.
See?
To put them on.
Told you.
What if you mess them up before they even on? But this man celebrating 5 DPs is crazy, homie, because on your set.
Yep, we're gonna do that thing. Alright. Well, that's a real number. Que no? Real nigga shit, huh? Lie. Mm-hmm.
RDP, that's
oh, and don't forget.
What's the what? How do you
can't leave home without it?
You giving someone a DP.
Hit him with the waka waka waka. Waka waka. Wake up with it, nigga. You trip.
Let's keep it 100. Sometimes I'm not even gonna work like that.
I can't even sleep
what's
good.
The
I be like,
reason,
what?
If you could speak on it, that someone got DP.
Just give me my money.
Don't need a DP. It's for real. That's the stupidest reason you'll get a DP. Just because you think somebody else don't need a DP, you get a DP with them.
One of the stupidest reasons I've seen somebody or individuals get DPs is because of an older individual really like hating on them, homie, like low-key jealous, mad they can't get nothing from them, mad they can't control them, so they figure out some type of way to leverage a DP with their rank. You feel me? That's one of the stupidest reasons I done seen people get DPs. Straight up, G.
When you got your first DP, what was going through your mind before you, like, on your way to the DP?
I'm taking the shot at the motherfucking left.
I'm gonna tell you, the first time I got DP, I probably told it a couple times, but I ain't get in depth. All right, so like I said, growing up in Inglewood, you had Mexican homies you grew up with and black homies you grew up with. And when you a kid, you don't know the fucking difference. You don't even know what race is. This is what I'm talking about. I'm an Inglewood baby. So, Chewy, later on, turning to be Alley Boy from Inglewood Thursday, Chewy was up on game with stealing cars. This is why I say this. So, like I said, I'm saying I'm belling through the hood, but at that time, I was not gangbanging. I was not, absolutely not gangbanging, nigga. I was one of the last ones playing football. I did not want to bang until I heard I was like, oh, fuck this shit. Where the straps? Put me on today. Right now. Let me tell you how anxious I was. Let me tell you that story too. All right. So we're going to start with how I got put on and then my first DP. Because it go in that order. Correct? All right. I'll snitch on myself. So, like I said, I was from neighborhood Piru for about 2 weeks, and I was Tiny B-Rat. And now y'all wonder why I said I went out my way to beat up B-Rat in the pen that was messing with the transmissions. But from the streets, he told on some of the homies when he was like in his teenage years, and he been in there all that time. I knew that story because I was Tiny B-Rat. Big B-Rat was a snitch. Didn't know that until after I got put on. Dulo told me that. Dulo Nagai himself told me that story. That'll be about 13. I don't know how to take that. You know? I'm an 8th grader. Finna be 9th grade. So, when he told me that, I was like, damn. Big B-Rat. He out of pocket. But then it goes, Lil B-Rat, Baby B-Rat, and I'm Tiny B-Rat. So it's it's 2 niggas, and I'm the 3rd one. So it's 2 more generations above me, which kind of erase him. But they still tell you, as they call you your little homie, your big homies, tell the little homies. They told me the facts about my name. That's why I can't be mad at Dulo, because Dulo got a friendship with my dad. My dad is a church deacon, but he knew Nagai. He would call him Nagai. My dad would not call that nigga Dulo. And then Dulo used to tell niggas, some niggas call me Dulo gangbanger before I slap your ass, blood. I used to be like, damn, worse than Debo. But here we go. This is why I turned NHP. Because I used to see Dulo. I used to come out. Okay, I played football, Pop Warner Pee Wee, and then my dad had me at Rogers Park boxing. I did boxing for about a couple months. I can't even say a year, because they had me running and shit. But I did a couple spars. I never got fucked up. Then I ended up going to karate. I did better in karate because I was hitting niggas and I was sagging niggas. And then when I got to the championship, I used to look at my dad. I was scared, but I wasn't scared. But they always had me lined up with a big ass, like, motherfucking Tokyo, motherfucking drift, big body sumo wrestling ass. I be like, I look at my dad like, damn, gang, I gotta squabble this nigga? This nigga cannot be my age. On my mama. Once I went to my first tournament, nigga, I skipped 3 belts. I went from a white belt to purple. On my mama. This is the in-betweens. White, yellow, blue, green, purple. I went from white to purple. Little kid. True story. So anyway, so Dulo tell me how my big homie did what he did. So I was like, cool. I never met him. So then I get put on NHP. I was from NHP for like 2 weeks. So then after them 2 weeks, I seen Baby B-Rat. We walking through the Inglewood swap meet. And that Inglewood swap meet was popping. All the stores was open. Jewelry spots everywhere. Selling shoes. Chucks was $22.50. When I was buying Chucks at Inglewood swap meet, a brand new pair of Chucks was $22.50. You can't even buy a pair of Chucks for $22.50 in nowhere, even in Mexico. Chucks was $22.50 when I was growing up. We used to get them like every week, if not every other week. But let it be known, we did our thizzle. So then I turn the hood, I get put on. 2 weeks later, we go through that swap meet. B-Rat end up getting body slammed by a girl from Inglewood Families. She was an Amazon, but she picked my big homie up when I was from NHP. Now I'm Tiny B-Rat. I'm looking at Baby B-Rat, my big homie who act like Debo, get lifted off his feet like a little ass boy, and little boyed him, threw this nigga into the wall of shoes. I'm talking about, I seen all the shoes fall on that nigga. Nigga, I'm 13. What the fuck you think was going through my head? And I'm a football player. I'm like, a girl did that to her? And B-Rat was damn near a grown-ass man. He was 17. Like, I was 13. And I'm talking about, he used to have me banging on niggas. I'm talking about, and I didn't even know I could fight. I did not know. I was scary than a motherfucker. I'm talking about scared, and whooping belt to ass, as they say today. And that's what Baby B-Rat used to have me do. He saw me squabble one time on some regular shit and swooped me up. And he was the Debo in Inglewood under Dulo. Because when Dulo told him something, Baby B-Rat, he was no longer Debo. I seen that nigga Dulo shut that nigga down and say, nigga, I'll knock you out. Pyru, nigga, you from my hood, nigga. You from my gang. Nigga, today, just call it Nagai Hood Pyru. It ain't even neighborhood Pyru today, nigga. It's Nagai Hood Pyru. And I used to see Netaru and Slim be looking like, blood, this ain't like, and I seen him say it and stay there to say it and then shoot dice and then tell people to hold his shoes while he shot dice, socks on, Flintstone style. And if he really wanted to squabble you, he would take them same wallabies off and knock your ass out and put you perfectly to sleep in that motherfucking sand area. But now, it's a bush area. When I grew up there by the wall, it was a sand area. And that's where niggas used to catch fades. And I'm talking about, you ain't talking about YGs. OGs, I used to see the thunder. Mac. I'm talking about hits to the face. You know these niggas some gangsters. You know they been to the pen. Cause they not, man, I seen the guy and Big Slim squabble. True fucking story. If anybody from NHP say I'm lying, then just say I ain't from Queen Street. Cause I was from NHP when I seen this. Big 211 was around too, but he wasn't there to see it. Big Slim, I guess him and the guy already had smoke. So Big Slim used to wear the blue Pendleton with the blue Dickies, with the blue Chucks, with the red strings in it, with the burgundy Pyru belt. And when he take off his jacket with that blue Pro Club on, nigga, he had that red burgundy belt hanging. I remember that nigga walked up that hill to the parking lot. I'll never forget, I was on the wall. Big Slim walked up like he had prolate lungs. Big Slim walked up, threw his jacket on one of the big homies on Lolo's, and got straight to them, and Dulo beat him. He stopped shaking the dice on the 10 homies. I'll never forget I was there. Nigga, he stopped shaking the dice, and then him and Big Slim would just map. I'm talking about, nigga, them hits was fucking powerful. Them wasn't no baby fades. Nigga, them motherfuckers, them fists was coming like train wrecks. I'm talking about when you so young at 13 and you hear the smack of fist to face for real, that shit'll make you change your motherfucking ways. And you be like, damn, I'm glad he on my side. Not saying you on some buster shit, but you be like, that nigga can run through 5 niggas like, go, gadget arms, bow, was it the clobbler? I don't be watching that shit for the Fantastic Four. Look, I done seen him do it. So when my homie got through in them shoes, I was outie, 2 fiends, out of there. I wasn't 4 rings outie, I was 2 fiends, out of there. I told B-Rat, put me off the hood, and I left him at the Inglewood swap meet. On the dead homies. I left that nigga. Debo type nigga. I'm telling you, he was a Debo in the hood. But he was 17, I was 13. Ask anybody from NHP. Man, Dominique, please, nigga, say something wrong. I seen him go through IFG nigga pockets, nigga, at school, and they thought they was gangster. I'm talking about, this is, I swear to God, I ditched Crozier to go with him to Inglewood High at lunchtime. I put one nigga name out there, Tombstone. Oh, you busterism. Tombstone from IF 77 80. I forgot which one, because 77s was 80s and then 80s would turn into 6. But Droop, rest in peace, his brother from East Coast, bro's a boy. But you know what I mean? And he be like, B-Rat, get up off here. B-Rat be like, all right, blood. He be like, why you be doing it? Then he'll take B-Rat and snatch him up because he was so tall and so big. Like, why you be doing my homies like that, blood? Like, you be punking these. He like, and he be like, come on, little tiny B-Rat, blood. Don't let this nigga get me in the corner by myself. We gonna have to pack blood out, blood on power. I used to be like, yeah, 13 years old. Yeah, and fucking Droopy was like fucking, yeah, like 17, 18, because he was at Inglewood High. He wasn't no young nigga. And I used to see them niggas tell that nigga to calm down. But I also see B-Rat go in niggas' pockets, pull their pockets out, take their pagers, nigga. On my mama, they tell him the number, nigga. Yep, and I seen B-Rat leave and do it all with a lighter gun. It wasn't even a gun. It was a lighter. I seen him do it. That's what I was like, damn. I wasn't thinking, we gonna get smoked. I wasn't thinking that. I'm too young and dumb, turn. I'm just with the homies. I grew up with these niggas. Niggas see me fight, it was over with. That's all I can say. It was over with. They see me fight, it was over with. I didn't know. I be like, nigga, I'm not trying to, whoa. I never been no, whoa, what the fuck are you doing, nigga? That's how you don't have no teeth. Shit, I ain't even got cavities. What are you talking about? Nigga, I'm a what? Whoa, okay. Nigga, whoa. I might even see a swing and push your hand that way. And if your whole body go that way, bing, bing, bing. But I don't do that no more. Kids, never go to jail. Do not be a gamer. This should be funny. Do not do what I'm saying. So, man, I tell him, put me off today. So, this is how you catch me. True story. Me and my little sister, we just got out of church. It was on Sunday. My dad said, hey, I'm gonna give you this money. Go get your chucks. Go get this, this, and that. Blah, 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 blah. And go with your, and then your sister going up to the swap meet. We just got back from church. It's a two-part to church. It's the morning part, and we used to go to nighttime. And I used to hate that shit. That's why I used to try to ditch. My dad used to drive through the hood and pick my black ass up and tell my bitch ass to get in the car because you got to go play the drums because they ain't got a drum player tonight. I'm just telling the truth. So, man, I'm walking. I see the homie Adrian at that time. Today, he know I often fuck Adrian. Anyway, he was my nigga at that time. So we belling, whoop, me, him, and my sister. He see B-Rat. That nigga did me like this. Toodles. That nigga said, just like this. He Mexican too. I'm the dead homies. Adrian, no, I'm telling the truth. He seen B-Rat. That nigga was like, that's that nigga B-Rat. We was right on Gravilla, on that little split, where you keep walking up and it be Big 5, but we heading towards La Brea. And all I gotta do is hit a left and keep going past Manchester, and I'm at the light. Like I said, I live on Lime. I'm coming through the back way, Gravilla way. I'm in Inglewood, baby. I gotta go around Inglewood High if we walking, right? So look, this nigga B-Rat, I'll never forget, had a white puffy jacket. I could tell how that nigga get down. He gangstered that shit from the swap meet. I know his mama, like he was punking his mama. I seen that nigga. His mama, she got him the first PlayStation. She got him the turquoise controllers. He said, "Oh, Pyro, mama, if you don't get the right ones, then we gonna have some problems." He banged on his mama, and his mama went and got the red see-through controllers. I was like, "Oh, this nigga's out of control." If I did that to my mama, you know what my dad would do to me? I'd be upside down in a trash can. Dead. Not beat up. With legs sticking out the trash can. Banging on his mama. Oh, Pyro, you got the wrong colors. Nigga, he did that. But that was my big homie. I knew. Damn, this nigga different. I didn't know fucking with that nigga get you smoked. 13. True stories. So anyway, this nigga B-Rat see me. Now he supposed to put me off. Since he got thrown on the shit with the bitch, right? So B-Rat coming down, blah, blah, blah. Adrian's tell me, Toodles. He ain't even tripping off Adrian because he trying to put me off. So I tell my sister, I said, hey, this nigga B-Rat gonna try to beat me up right now. So, just go ahead, keep going to the store. She said, hell nah. He ain't finna beat you up while I'm here. You know how dad said, if you get beat up and I get beat up and we just watch each other, we both getting a whooping. Like it ain't. I was like, so, you know what I mean? He be doing shit. All of a sudden, me and B-Rat start fighting. Aw, man, and they can't even fight like that. On the dead homies. I'm getting with him, and then my sister punched me. B-Rat know, and B-Rat did not dust me. On the dead homies. B-Rat did not dust me at 13 years old on the dead homies. Ask B-Rat and ask Adrian. They some real Inglewood babies. Adrian got a little brother and 2 sisters, and one of them was hoeing for that nigga Baby V from West Boulevard Crip. Baby V did this tattoo on me. That's why I know everything. And Adrian was calling his phone when we was in the cell with Wasco. Yeah, where I beat up Red Bull at. Next question. Anyway, so it's factuals. I got too much details to be right back. So he get mad. He get his jacket back on. Little push. He said, "You know this shit ain't over with." I was like, "Damn." My sister was like, "You think he gonna smoke you?" I was like, I don't think he gonna smoke me. Like, I ain't turned no Crip or nothing like that. You feel me? She was like, "Yeah, but you know what I mean? They know we lived over there on Slauson and 5th Ave." I was like, "Yeah, but I ain't never told them I was from 6-0. And I ain't never really told, I probably told one person that my cousins was from 6-0. I said, I got Big Mayhem, Mike, and then I got Lil Bolter House, rest in peace, Chris Simmons." So, like I said, I was a Slauson 5th Ave baby. Still getting my hair cut at Unfadable, and that's where the church was too. That's why I said I was a church baby. But I just knew all the gang members. I didn't know. I just grew up with niggas outside. I didn't know. I just knew Big Mayhem. This nigga used to do his shit like this on the dead homies. Back in the day, Big Mayhem from 6-0, he probably got 7 little homies right now. This nigga go, this is Mayhem when he was like 15, 16. This how he go to his hood on Slauson 5th Ave. Sagging just like this. He the only nigga I know that would tuck his white beater in his pants. Every day. Every day. This is Big Mayhem from 6-0. Nigga on my mama, nigga. I'm talking about sagging hard, nigga, on Slauson and 5th Ave. Belling. Then he be shooting dice. It be him, Lil Bolter, a nigga named Khaki Blue. Who else? A nigga named Ashley that I always wanted to get down with because he had my sister's name, and I was like, and then he had smoke with me, but he was too old for me. I ain't gonna lie, but I wanted to get down, but they wouldn't let me get down because they knew I get fucked up. But I was like, because I told him like this, I was like, how your name Ashley? And my sister's name Ashley. That's like that's a bitch ass name. And I guess like I said, I ain't have a silver spoon in my mouth, but my dad was a supervisor at fucking Boeing. So, you know what I mean? But I had 5 brothers and sisters, so you can't say spoon in my mouth. My dad had to spread that with 7 people. Me, my mom and dad, and the kids. That's 7 people in the home. You can't say we had bread, but we ate, but we ain't had no bread. You feel me? So, that's how I know them niggas. And I was always outside. Dennis the Menace, you couldn't keep me. I'll do my homework to go hang out with niggas and burn the house down. I will go do my homework to go outside with them niggas in trees and shoot cats with BB guns. Nigga, we could do it with slingshots. Nigga, we can make them bitches with a hanger, bitch. Like, what? Stay in the house? You crazy. We taking super soakers, the big ones that my dad buy me for Christmas or my birthday, the one you used to put on your back and strap, we'll fill that bitch up with gasoline and use the go-karts, the low ones, the real ones where you can take your nigga with you and smash the block and light a vacant house up and set it on fire, shooting that shit, talking about police pick us up, take me home and say, "Man, things your son is doing, I can guarantee when he gets older, he's going to prison." I was looking at this nigga like, shut your bitch ass up, and what the fuck is prison? Didn't know what he was talking about. Sure went to that place, though. These are true stories on Slauson and 5th Ave. But anyway, so then B-Rat comes to the hood and tells me I got to get my official put off. But this how he do me. Early in the morning, he know my program. I go to Little Stretch House, the one that snitched on me. Grew up with this nigga. The nigga snitched on me. So, Timothy Jones, check him out. So I'm at this nigga house. I'm waiting. B-Rat knows my motherfucking program. B-Rat comes over to Lil Stretch House. Unbeknownst to him, Lil L-Dog there. Lil L-Dog had one of them, it was like an Oldsmobile. Is it a Cutlass? It had the short back, but it was all tan. And I ain't gonna lie, this is my first time saying it out loud. I was looking at L-Dog like, fuck you, nigga. You knew I wanted to buy that motherfucking car, nigga. But you came with the bread before me. I had the bread, but I didn't see the people. You saw the people before me, and you got the whip. But it's boo though. We talking about some 13-year-old shit. I'm just telling on myself right now. But I knew it was $200, and I knew my dad at that age. If I told him I want that whip, $200, he would tell me to cut the grass for I don't know how many days. I would have had a whip before I could drive a whip, and I knew it was clean. It was peanut butter brown with the peanut butter brown interior. Wasn't nothing wrong with it. I knew it at 13. That shit was sweet. But I gave you that, big L dog. You shitted on me. But you knew I was going to be from the hood, too. Matter of fact, no. In between that time of B-Rat catching me, I got put on Queen Street. Yep. Maybe like 1 or 2 days. And this how that go. So when I seen B-Rat do that Buster shit, I took my ass straight to the Queen Streets. And I went to Gramps. Because every time, I forgot them 2 young niggas that used to be on the bike. They was real life brothers, but they had S-curls. I used to always think, how your mama let you wear S-curls and you niggas is young as fuck? Like, we 13, them niggas, no, they wasn't my age. Them niggas was like 10, 11, with S-curls, whipping though. You know they mama hooked they shit up. But I was like, these niggas on bikes. These niggas got S-curls. I forgot these 2 brothers, and they real life brothers. One was brown skin and one was dark skin. See, I gotta have one of the homies that's my age to be with me, because they was in the hood before me, but they were just young ass niggas. Like, they was like 2 generations under me. So that mean like 4 years, you feel me? So I don't really, you know what I mean? Just like Munchie and them, like the 4 or 5 years in a gang life, nigga, that's a whole nother, nigga, you know how many niggas is in between them years? 4 or 5 years from a gang. You know how many, like, funneling through the county jail? You know how many niggas is from in between that know me, and then you spoke on me, and then they be like, yeah, I know blood. Why you even say that? You should have asked the nigga before you just said some bogus. But this the internet though, right? So I get put on. I go directly after that swap meet. Already seen B-Rat where he tried to put me off, right? So I go straight to the hood. Bam. I tell Gramps, I said, man, I'm gonna get put on today. Gramps said, bud, you from neighborhood Pyru. I was like, nah, B-Rat just put me off. He like, hey, blood ain't put you off. I was like, yeah, just right now. He tried to put me off with my sister right there. He was like, blood started laughing. Well, you just get put off Pyru. I was like, on everything. Hey, Gramps, you still say you want me to be from the hood, right? This is exactly what I tell you. He's like, well, you want to be from Queen Street? I was like, yeah. He was like, you was supposed to be from Queen Street before you was from Pine. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You try to break my heart. This how the big homie get at me. Ask Gramps if I lying. He said, you kind of broke my heart, man. You was supposed to be, you always be over here. I was like, how he gonna be from Pyru and he always over here though? I was like, I didn't know how to explain it that, you know, Roger Park dances, all the bitches be over there. They be having Zumba and dance classes and ballet. That's where the bitches be. Hell yeah, I want to be from the hood. The bitches is over there. What the fuck the bitches ain't on Queen? They wasn't. They was in the buildings, but they wasn't on there. I couldn't just be like, hey, this is the hood park. Go up in there at Rogers Park. You look through this door. It's the homies over here shooting pool, playing caroms, that little soccer pool shit. You know, we flipping the shit, banging on it. And the homies is gambling on that shit. Playing cards, whoopty. Then you go to the right, it'll be some girls over there doing ballet, woo woo. Bam. To the left again, it'd be like some little snitch class, you know what I mean? Ace, honor roll, you know, snitch niggas. And then over here, it'd be the girls that's like popping ass bitches. You'd be like, oh shit. You be peeking through the door, like, Terrell, T-Dog, they know my name. T-Dog, can you please get away from the door? I'll be like, my bad, I'll just try to see if I said, get y'all nasty self out of here. All right. It was just like The Wood, the movie. Just like The Wood, the movie, perfectly. We was looking like, damn. Hey, what's up, Sade? She was like, stop calling my name. And that's a real name. Stop calling my name. We were like, yeah, Sade, we gonna be at your house. You stretching like that today? Me and the homies is coming. Throwski. Yeah, that's why I was from NHP. Because they had the bitches. They got way more apartments than the Queens. But But not to take nothing from it, you know. But yeah, that's why I was from NHP. I was trying to get some bitches. And nigga, we was already fighting. What do you mean? Fighting? Everybody knew me. So if we fought, nigga, you was on dumb shit. And then you might get into it another brother. We was all brothers, but we just lived in different hoods. You get into it with me, and then DeAndre that don't even bang be like, what y'all get out for? Oh, he said some sideways shit. Nigga, you said some sideways shit to me, and I gave you a pass. Nigga, I should have beat your ass. Matter of fact, let's get out. Yeah, yeah. That's how we grew up. And then a nigga wouldn't be yelling, get that nigga, because y'all all brothers. He'd be like, all right, let him up. No, let him up. Let him up, nigga. Come on, man. Even if he try to do me wrong, you still do a nigga right. Because you probably ain't been around here as long as us. That's why you acting like that. But that's one of them Bosco type niggas who do that shit. So anyway, yeah. So Gramps like, you damn near broke my heart. So I said, damn, well, I'm gonna get put on now. He's like, all right, wait right here. You know your boy's gonna be through. That's exactly what he said. You know your boy's gonna be through here. You know Smiley wants your ass. I said, yeah. He was like, Blood, man, you turned NHP 2. Blood was on fire. I was like, yeah. He was like, he told me, yeah, you know I gotta put Smiley in there. I was like, fuck Blood. He's like, oh, my nigga. Yep. So I got put on. They called niggas up. It was before chirps. It was they had the brick phones and the flip phones. The big bricks and the big flips. He called somebody, pulled up, Do Dirty. They got to talking, and then Do Dirty looked back and gave me that grin like, oh shit. This nigga finna be running. Like, he gave me that little devil demon grin like, oh yeah. We finna turn some niggas' lights off with this nigga. It was demon time. I seen it, but I was a kid, like, you know. So that's how I got put on. Bam. My first DP, going back to the Mexican. Now, we turned 9th grade. And right before 9th grade, in that summertime before 9th grade, before they turned Thresse, they used to fuck with us. So, Alley Boy showed me how to break 99-cent store little butter, well, not butter knives, but scissors. He taught me how to break them in half, right? And this is for educational purposes. I don't mean nobody to do this in real life. I'm just telling my real life story. So Alley Boy the Mexican, he tell me how to break them little 99-cent store scissors. So he always get the blue ones. Always got the red ones. You know, I'm growing up in Eagle. I didn't know no gang about it. If it was green, red, and blue, I'm getting the red ones. So I break my shit. And then he'll just be like, shove it in there real hard and turn it on. And it was Toyota Camrys. And back then, niggas was having beat in their Toyota Camrys. Pioneer, I don't know, I'm a kid. Just like South Central, when the Hoover Dudes and his son got shot jumping over the thing for stealing radios. That's the story of my life. I was doing that shit, but I never got shot and I never got caught. The alarm system, it went off. We would duck off under cars because we was so much of little niggas. We could hide. Niggas be talking shit. Man, why my shit keep going off? I didn't even see nobody. Cameras wasn't out like that. So all they could do was just be like, oh, somebody fucking my car. And then they'd be like, oh, man, my shit tripping. And I done heard niggas, man, I'm going to just leave it off. They'll be talking on the phone. I'm going to just leave it off. Little baller-ass niggas. For real, for real. So then, and they be living in Inglewood. I don't know where you from, but I got your ass if you live anywhere around Queen Street. Me, I did it. Me and Alley Boy for Showski. I'm talking about 98, 99, 2000. And I stopped that shit because I graduated in 2002. So I stopped hopping out of cars in 10th grade for Showski. For Showski. I was up serving. I was not in a car in 2002. That's for Showski. For Showski. Anyway, so that's how I got my first DP. I got trigger happy. I was hopping in so many cars, stealing their shit, that I would take the whole car just to take out your shit properly. And that's what got me fucked up, because I was so new to it, to where I didn't know how to just pull out the in-dash or have a certain kind of screwdriver, some kind of flathead or Phillips to pull certain shit out. And then when I was yanking it at first, dude there used to be like, what the fuck can I do with this? Like, the brain, where the rest of the shit at? I was like, I don't know. He was like, this is trash. We can't do nothing with this. You got to cut after the white snap, like the connector. Like, I was snatching just wires, and I thought I would do, I had like 3 of them. He was like, nah, nigga, you fucking up. But I already got them 3 whips in the hood. So then when he showed me what to do, when he just took his out to show me how to do it, that's when it was over. So I got DP for 5 to 6 Toyota Camrys on Regent at the red end. It was like 6 of them. They was all parked back to back, and you know how the big homies is. They see the police swerving in the hood, and then all the police, they impounded like 6 motherfucking stolen Camrys. You know what I mean? Like, so I got DP for that. And I could say that's the only thing I did besides when I went to a level 4. I got DP for saying blood too much. But I didn't get punched on. They just told me I had to run 50 laps. But I ain't never been rolled up. I ain't never been punched out. I've been part of a lot of DP squads, man. That's what I said. God damn. I used to say it in front of the homies. God damn, man. Why you always say my fucking name? We just know you gonna get the job. That don't fucking, make another nigga go up in there, man. I'm tired of, like, what the fuck, nigga? Like, stop picking me all the time. That's what I used to tell him. Dead homies. That's what I was like. I used to tell him I ain't coming to the pen no more. I used to say it just like that. Man, I ain't coming to the pen no more. Y'all always like, God damn, it's more niggas here. The fuck, nigga? We just know the job. That sound good. Let another nigga learn some shit. God damn. And this is young nigga shit. I'm 32 years old. I'm finna go punch on a nigga that's 25. You for real? And that was for real. I'm looking at this nigga like he's a kid. And just go up in there and just tap, 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 pal, and just make him bleed. I'll be like, man, it's over with, man. Let's get out of here. I ain't want to even be here. It's like a fake robbery. Like, man, we knew they ain't had no money. Why we even doing this shit? What, you gonna get $400? Man, I'd rather say no. Shit. Nigga, the weed is $150. The fuck we talking about? What I'm gonna do? What bill I'm gonna pay with $400? And then split it? We better be taking that $400 and go buying a gun. And then really go do some shit. Shit. And you better not catch a body. Keep this shit clean, like your tags. Please, for me, in the hood. I beg of you. Shit. God damn. That's why I hate the pen. That shit, man. That shit bullshit. Walking around in a motherfucking hamster cage all day. All day. Every day. Hiding smoking cigarettes. Hiding smoking weed. Hiding talking to your loved ones. Hide busting plays. Just 930 yard recall lockup. Oh, I felt like a buster every time they told me to lock it up. Yard recall. I used to tell the police, man, I don't want to lock it up. I'm a grown ass man. Like, shut up, Floyd. You say that every night. Yeah, I mean it. But don't bring your ass to jail. Yeah, I don't want to come back. I used to tell them just like that. And they knew me. I don't want to come back. That's why I said in front of y'all, man, fuck this program and fuck what y'all talking about. Nigga, I can't come back to this shit. Niggas running to the motherfucking, then the lower levels, niggas running to the motherfucking microwaves and shit. Bitch, get you a hot pot. It's $15 walking hers. Union Supply, nigga, get the deal. Nigga, they got package deals where you get a motherfucking hot pot up in that bitch. God damn, why was you shooting all these people when your family was broke as fuck? What do you, community, homie love? Oh, don't hit me with the homie love. Do not hit me with the homie love. I'll tell you just like this. Homie love? Okay. Tell me this. Do bloods on the street shoot other bloods? Don't tell me about no goddamn homie love. Some of you niggas is in here for that. So don't tell me about no homie love when you hungry. And that changed me. Getting into it with Inglewood families that I grew up with. And I didn't do nothing to no nigga. And no nigga did nothing to me that I grew up with. But they always did shit to the homies they didn't know. And it was always the niggas that didn't grow up in Inglewood that was doing the hitting. And if they did, they was the first to crack it off if they grew up with us. But after that, miscellaneous, random ass niggas. Next question, please. I know one thing for sure. Leave it up to my hood, we'll all be one today. But you know, the bigger hoods always got some tricky dance moves. You feel me? And then they try to get smoothed out from the originators. But still, we still lost real niggas. You may have lost some flu-flam niggas. Correct? Don't even know them niggas' names, sisters, brothers, or nothing. And I'm talking about for me and for you. You don't know that nigga relatives. Correct? Where did he grow up? In y'all hood. Correct? Do you know his sisters? Do you know if he got a brother? Do you know if he had a mom and dad? And you let him start hood beef. It sound like the A-Trade gangster and the 6 Soul beef. You know, the new niggas starting some shit. We won't go there because y'all would think I'm taking y'all to church. Correct? Because all you can do is say, preach! Correct? I know. Different YouTuber. Don't be into the drama. You know, the he say, she say. The bitch nigga conversations. Read a nigga paperwork that ain't got nothing to do with me. And then podcast it every day. To get the viewers to bash another person. To feel good about me. I got all my teeth. I don't wear a mask if I want to. I'm Neptune Lagoon. I stay with this and this. Bro, this is me. I've been doing this. You just met me. Que no? No habla? Yeah, I know. But I was the smoker. And I was the gay nigga. And that's why I'm still out here. Showing my face. So I can see what you niggas is talking about. But I can forever talk about any of you niggas because all y'all got platforms and clout chase off me. Correct? Nina Boy? Spider Joke? Rick Rock? Demon Tabby's Addicts? Toxic Media? Cam Capone? Who else? Oh, Dusty Jaw Slim? Brick, baby? Clouded off me? And they say, why do I say people names? Well, you gotta think. Why all these people had me on their platforms saying my name and I was the nobody nigga? You just gotta put your thinking caps on. And get your thinking strap on. So every time they lose cannon you just buck. Shut your bitch ass up, nigga. If you say this, let me go look at Say Less. Cause I think he gonna say something different. Cause he ain't with the rap battle. What I'ma cap you niggas for? I don't need the chips off here, but if I can get them, good looking. But I will press towards the mark of the high calling of Jesus. I'll take the slow way. And I will always right my wrongs. He said, get to the reactions, LOL. You want to get to the reactions? Okay. Let's go. He said, get to the reactions. That's what you like? You don't like my life? You don't like my lifestyle stories? He said, get to the reactions. All right. Let's get at the matter of fact, let's see what your boy hey, what's up? Oh, you just popped in? For sure that. All right. Let me get back to it cuz I need to see what's up with Sharp and what's his name? All right, here we go. Look at my little puppy just woke up, start growling.
On the fighting tip. I have one more fighting related question. Okay. Have you ever been in a situation where you know
this Aaron the plumber,
the odds are against you and it's likely that you're not going to win the fight? If you are in that instance, or in essence, what do you do?
Okay, so what I'll tell people is who care, don't ever care what people think. Okay? If you're in a situation where you can possibly be harmed, know when to throw them and know when to fold them. Okay? Trying to engage in every battle, that could be detrimental to your health. So, you have to assess the situation. What is it gonna cost me? Risk-wise, I always, before I make a move, it's calculated. If I did put my
It's Aaron the Plumber and Speedy. I don't really know who Speedy is, though. Y'all might know him, I don't.
Think about all of that in the amount of time it takes you from the top button to the bottom button. You think about all of those things?
Oh, no, I don't think about those things. Once you disrespect me or, it's up there. Once I'm on that level and I got it in my mind that it's go time, it's go time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's go time. But just for those moving forward, like right now, I got so many guys in my DM. Oh, I'm tougher than you. I'm a boxer and I can do this and I can beat you up. Yeah, you guys are cloud chasing, I'm not gonna be a fool and get in a ring with Floyd Mayweather.
Right.
The only you gotta know when to throw them and know when to fold all of them. Yeah. If Floyd Mayweather is trying to have a fight with you, you're not gonna go in the backyard with Floyd. That would be foolish.
Right. Because that wouldn't be you moving in a real way.
Yeah, that wouldn't be moving in a real way.
So tell me about the origin of this saying, in a real way. Like, where is this from? How'd you come up with it?
Tell him, brother Ski.
It's just a saying. That's
I'm saying.
Northern California.
I'm saying.
Being from Northern California, this is how we talk. Some
I should try to call that nigga, but
yeah,
I don't want to just put him on a live. You know what I mean? It'd be bogus.
I wasn't familiar with that.
Without letting him know.
Yeah.
I do got his number though.
It's real popular though, and especially in the Bay
I showed y'all
area.
before.
We say in a real way, but I made it popular because the way I say it and just I'm always saying it so frequently, so it just kind of attached to my brand, I guess.
What would be an example of someone not moving in a real way, like moving like in a fake way? What's an example of that?
Somebody moving in a fake way, just pretending to be something that they're not. A lot of guys on social media have these images that they try to uphold. They buy fake jewelry. They buy all of these things of that nature. I don't need to do any of that. The gems that I have are inside of here.
I respect it.
Are what count the most.
I respect it.
So I move in a real way, man. Jewelry doesn't define me. Money doesn't define me. Luxury vehicles, none of that. The attributes that I possess, that's what defines Aaron the Plumber.
Period. So, Aaron the Plumber, has that always been your name? And if you are to change professions, would your name change with it?
To what?
Honestly, I love my name, Aaron the Plumber. I'm just gonna keep it just like this the whole way.
That was a bogus question.
Hypothetically, if you move into a new trade, say electrician, or
why is he doing all the motherfucking
would it change, or would you remain Aaron the Plumber?
Aaron the Plumber. I started off plumbing. I got my license in plumbing first. I'm thinking about transitioning to HVAC too, as well, and getting my journeyman in HVAC at some point.
Yeah, you get paid.
Journeyman keep moving in the real way in the trades as well.
I like
that. I'm saying?
In a very real way. How did you, the first time I saw you was on the Pop the Balloon show. And I'm not familiar with your work prior.
When he said she had that hair on her arms.
Plumbing or on television. But was that your foray into this? Was that your kind of first step into the limelight?
Yeah, that was my first step. And honestly, I didn't know what was going to transpire.
Yeah, that nigga's a fool. That nigga's
Aaron the Plumber. Use a dirtbag. We're gonna talk about
use a
dirtbag. Listen up.
He came off with use a dirtbag.
This is scandalous.
Check out Adam. He said the dirtbag
was in New York. He had a conversation with Aaron the Plumber. He wanted to get him on the show. Viral right now. Makes sense. So
we out of here.
Vlad has the conversation with him. Aaron the Plumber is used to getting a bag for doing content because these 20 versus ones, etc. They print money off that shit. It always goes viral. So Aaron the plumber's asking for whatever amount of money. Vlad basically tells him like, hey, we can get you a flight and we can get you a hotel, but that's it. Are you down? Aaron the plumber ends up saying yes. Aaron the plumber gets on the flight, flies his ass out to New York, stays in the hotel room. The next morning, supposed to go do the Vlad TV interview, goes ghost. Does not respond to Vlad. Now, if you know Vlad, Vlad's about his bread. Vlad had security there, which was one of Aaron the plumber's requests. When you think about the flight and the hotel, even just Vlad's time, that he thought that he was doing this thing that day, he's got to pay for the filmer, got to be there. In Vlad's words, he's out about $2,000 for this whole thing, $2,500. Vlad hits me up pissed, asking me, you know, does Aaron the plumber have a reputation of this type of stuff, etc. My response was that we have had, you know, Aaron the plumber is weird because we'll be having a conversation about doing content together, and then he'll just kind of ghost me. Like we'll send a bunch of messages back and forth rapidly, and then I'll be like, okay, you want to do that thing today? And then he'll just stop responding. So this does seem to be kind of his thing. Aaron the plumber basically goes on social media and starts bragging about it, saying, hey, Vlad, you didn't pay me enough. You had me all the way in the back of the plane. The seat didn't recline, etc. So Aaron's pissed that Vlad is trying to expose him. And even when I messaged Aaron and like wrote like, LOL, why are you doing my boy Vlad like that? Instantly, Aaron's pissed that Vlad, he was even having this conversation with people, even telling his friends that from his perspective, he got scammed. So then Aaron the plumber posts the conversation on his Instagram story, which included Vlad's phone number.
Oh, that's fucked up.
So all of a sudden, Vlad's getting, you know, a million calls and texts from all the Aaron the plumber fans, plumbers all over the world. And Vlad is a vengeful god. He goes into his bag, starts having conversations with people, and I cannot spoil it. I've been sworn to secrecy. But apparently, within the next day or two, we are going to have a clip dropping on Vlad's channel of him having a conversation with Wack in which paperwork of a kind is coming out that realistically, from what I've seen and the confidence that Vlad seems to have about this, the confidence that Wack seems to have about this, Aaron the plumber's reputation as a tough guy may be coming to an abrupt end. Now, how much do people really care about that? I don't really know because, you know, YSL Woody obviously was out here doing every kind of content, piece of content over the years, but it might be a rough week for Aaron the plumber, from what I can see.
Okay, so I'm assuming that this is either paperwork that alludes to him having sex charges or snitch charges.
Not sex charges. I will say that I can't put that on
I think the sex charges will hurt her more than some basic shit.
You're right.
Yeah,
That for sure would be worse.
Yeah, absolutely. And at the end of the day, if he's still down to run hands, he's still down to, because I never thought of like Aaron the plumber as a gangster. Just me personally, my perception of him, he's a regular dude that's down to throw hands and just.
But I think at a certain point he was more explicitly with the gang. I don't know exactly what he was claiming, but he was around a lot of people while he was locked up, etc. It does feel like he maybe consciously took a step back from that because I've seen interviews where people really try to press him. You know, Stockton is a gang-related city. You're from Stockton. Tell us like who you were rolling with, etc. And he seems like he doesn't really like to get into details about that. Now, I'm still perfectly willing to do content with him regardless, but from my perspective, this is definitely going to throw a stick in the spokes, as they say. That definitely happened.
Yeah.
Spit on his back.
It was like a weird moment though. He did spit on him.
Aaron was up in his face. Hey, Bradinsky, we gonna fade in a real way. And then Aaron just turns around and got like no shirt on, and all of a sudden, wow!
Aaron looked like he was way more with the activities.
Loogie on his back.
So what happened though? He didn't get off or nothing?
No.
He just took the speech.
He tried to get off.
I feel like there was security there and shit.
Man, that's a W for Inglewood. Shout out Donut. Everything.
Oh, he's from.
Yeah,
we gotta get Donut on here.
Throws donuts from Inglewood.
Can we have him pull up?
He's a very respected.
Yeah, shout out
He's out here.
Yeah.
Oh, let's do it. That's not Devil Donut.
Who? Devil and Donut are two different.
I know. But was Rick trying to shout out this donut?
No, he's shouting
That's
out
about
Devil
Devil
from Bodie's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Devil and but now Devil Donut's like his own incarnation. I mean, it exists as an entity. And ChatGPT, do your best.
I'm a bit conflicted on this one.
With the spit.
No, spit thing is like
He wins.
that's
I know for
disrespectful, but
sure
then it's like without
why
it,
he
it's like
said shout out
disrespectful because
Donut
there's security.
because he know Donut
spit on
be
somebody
KOing
and they turn around
niggas
and
just
fight
like
you, I feel
Dulo.
like you're
He
kinda
don't want
obligated to
no
fight him,
problems
'cause that's
with
like walking
Donut
up to
because
somebody,
he know
pulling
Wack
off your
can
glove and
bring
slapping them across the
Donut
face.
to Munchie
And
B's
that's the
face.
challenge.
And he
But
know
I'm
he is not like that.
They said there's security. or
I
something.
thought that it was, I mean, we could even watch the video, but I thought that it was
Wack would
on
make
a
that
reality show, which made me
It
feel
was.
differently about it too, but it was. Okay, but then people told me it wasn't.
It was at the filming of a reality show at Ray J Spin and
Oh,
ATL,
okay.
but it was not actually on air. And it was over a f***ing cell phone charger.
I remember Aaron.
Literally,
I'll be ready to kill over a cell phone charger too, so I kind of feel
These days, yeah.
that's my lifeline.
That's the biggest item of death.
I go broke
Nigga
if I don't
scared
have
of
it.
They was
Donut.
about to
That nigga
squad
Munchie
down
Munchie
over
would never say
charger.
nothing bad on
All I know is
Donut.
Aaron the
He
Plumber
know
called
for
out a
sure
bunch of
you
things,
gonna have to shoot
and then
him.
he got threatened.
That nigga
Like
will
Wack.
hit you so hard
But
you will
that's
shoot him.
what Wack put out
My
on
mama.
what you call it.
I
But
seen him
the
do
thing
it.
with the Vlad thing is like,
Sweet,
one,
bad
if you
business.
make an agreement to do something, you should always do it. But on the other hand, Vlad, you disrespecting that man, knowing he's getting paid to do content. This has become his full-time career. He walked away from what seems to be a lucrative job as a plumber. He helps people, and you out here trying to treat niggas like slaves. I'm gonna be.
By the way, I know this dude in real life. Him and his wife, she got big old booty. They came over here, came to my shop when I was serving food, jerk chicken, and he pulled up on me. And I subscribed to him before I even knew too much about YouTube. And he was always on some pro-Africa. And he has dual citizenship. He can be here and he can go to Africa. And he got cows, chickens, goats, all that stuff. But you know what I mean? Y'all heard it from me. All y'all know is he the karate black belt man. But I know him in real life. He got shit in it. Like, he don't need no jumper. But him being on there, he can say what he want to say. And it can't nobody beat him up. And he's not a member. But he be in Long Beach a lot. I think he got a side house in Long Beach.
Mutual.
Cause I met him and DW Flame back to back, weekend after weekend. DW Flame came out there, got some food with me. His girl, the kids, her sister, their relatives, and his baby mama like real light skin. He was getting a light skin babies.
To do content, how is that treating them like a slave?
Yeah,
He could have said no.
He looked at that as disrespecting boot ganger.
Yeah, that's what I think too. That's what I know happened. So yeah, bro thought about it.
Vlad was trying to do good business, and then Aaron the Plumber basically created a scenario in which now everybody, myself included, I'm still
What's up with
willing
that
to do
loud ass
content with
tie-dye
him,
shirt?
But if I hit him up for an
He
interview
look like a
tomorrow,
walking
and
Starburst.
he said, "Yeah, give me a flight in a
Tropical
hotel." I'm gonna
Starburst.
say, "Nah, get your own
Pack.
flight and hotel. I'll give you the money the second that we're done the interview." But you have officially proven that you are not a trustworthy person.
And these ain't the regular ones. If y'all know, these the edibles.
He got him a
Feel
flight
me?
and a hotel.
Yeah.
But Adam
So what was
22
Aaron the Plumber getting at
is a
that?
Skittle boy,
Exposure.
non-medicated.
Exposure. See,
But Vlad is a big platform, and I can see why somebody like Aaron the Plumber would want to do Vlad, even if he's not getting paid for that, even if he also did get paid for all these reality shows,
Vlad,
20 versus 1s, etc. Now, if I'm Vlad,
Y'all see how I just had the props off the dribble?
Vlad
He's huge.
Vlad told you he wasn't.
Vlad told me he wanted $5,000, and then Vlad said, "Nah, we could pay for your flight and hotel." And they're like,
So
"All
we
right."
will give him something though.
A piece of the monetization.
Flight and hotel is
Yeah, you gotta pay that man.
No, like abroad. Somebody you get flued out and that's it.
Listen.
So I think that's
To
what
me, though,
gotta
that's a
pay that
mutual
man.
agreement based
No,
on
much he
what
said it. I
you
thought
are
he
worth.
said it. You gotta pay that man.
Fly me out.
No,
Aaron the
stop.
Plumber's not a bum.
If there's a massive disagreement about what
He got
you're
a big
worth and you don't
following.
think that
You
that's
treat him
fair,
like a bum
then
saying
say,
come
"All
from
right,
Freeski."
that maybe when I'm in New York next time or I'm in LA next time, I'll hit you up and we can do the podcast or an interview." But if you lie and say that you're going to do it and then ghost him, that takes everybody who ever thought about paying you to do some content and puts them in the position where you are now viewed as not trustworthy.
If you come at me like
In
a
the
sucker, I'ma
white
treat you
world,
like a
doing
sucker.
the white
This
things in
dude
life.
took someone. Vlad is big, but he ain't got nothing on Pop the Balloon.
Nope.
They're hitting 1 million every video down there.
Whoa.
So
Aaron made that.
listen,
Yes.
everybody already looks
Yes.
at Vlad like
He's
a
telling the
culture
truth.
vulture.
And he was
Lush talking about whoa.
I know
I
you're
mean,
listen.
you see how baggy Lush pants is? He's getting smaller and smaller in front of us. Like Brick Baby was getting smaller
You
and smaller.
disrespected the man with the offer. Listen, yes it is.
That's the ultimate in respect.
Not only to you, that's not disrespect. But what I'm telling you is, shout out to Aaron the plumber. Maybe it took him to get on that plane and get out there to realize his worth and say, F Vlad, I'm not going over there for nothing. No shout out to Vlad. Vlad, you got the money. You brag about how rich you are. Give that man something.
Respect this man. See, I told you, I fucks with this dude in real life.
Just a regular nobody.
We were just chopping it up, and I subscribed to him before I was even a YouTuber.
Same conversation with a very legendary rapper a couple of months ago.
And best believe how big he is how much he spent when I was selling my barbecue food. Brisket, all that. That nigga bought everything.
5 bands. I said, I can't do that.
Hot links, busted open butterfly style.
This rapper is someone who had a very significant contribution.
He was like, leave my jerk chicken on there till it's kind of burnt. I was like, don't even trip.
I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to throw him in the mix. But I told him.
I think his page is like Pan Africa. Something to do with Pan Africa.
In total.
Shout out him.
That's too much. I can't afford it.
I know him in real life. That's why I can shout you out.
If you're in LA, I can cut you a little check to do an interview or whatever once you're already here. But I can't do all that. And pleasantly, I was surprised by the fact that he wasn't offended by it. And he said, all right, bet, I understand. I'll hit you up next time I'm in LA. That's how you handle it respectfully.
I respect your counter offer though.
Right.
Yeah. The facts with that. But here's the thing too. Now, Aaron definitely, like, if I was Vlad, I would have paid him. I think he deserves some form of monetization with that. And Vlad instead, oftentimes, he gives part of his YouTube monetization to people that come on, and that's like
he pays them a flat fee though. He doesn't ever do like a percentage deal on whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
He'll pay. They agree on that.
Regardless of that,
Marlon Wayans wanted $40K up front, and then what was it, 60% of the back end for the entirety of the video, which is just absurd. That would never pay for itself.
But also to compare the Pop the Balloon to Vlad's legacy, that's super out of pocket.
This ain't about the legacy.
It is
trying to use.
You're saying at a specific moment in time it has more traction. That's not. The gravity of appearing on Vlad is way more significant than appearing on Pop the Balloon.
Okay, what's bigger, Vlad or Shannon Sharp? Because Shannon Sharp going to do more numbers consistently. Shannon Sharp's only been in the position to do much better numbers for what, like 6 months or a year.
It don't
so it's like
matter. Why you always trying to put stipulation? He go downplay Shannon Sharp when he go up against Vlad. Did you just see that manipulation? That whack turning the subject on somebody else?
He accepted money under false pretenses and then he didn't follow through on his end.
Vlad tried to exploit that man.
Add you what?
Exploitation when he agreed to the dollar amount.
Listen, the name of the
What
game
you mean,
is what have you done for me lately? This is a meritocracy. Don't nobody give a damn about how many views Vlad used to get.
Yeah.
Aaron the plumber is bigger than.
Yes, he is.
Aaron the plumber is bigger than Vlad
right now. Yes, he is. See, yes, he is. Yes, he is.
His time is short, but
he's bigger right now
in this space. He's not developing his own platform, so this might be short-lived.
He does have his own platform.
You kept it. I don't know if it's gonna be up here.
There's decent numbers on it. Aaron's doing his thing on his own shit too.
But what I'm saying is, what you did was respectful. You said, look, I can't give you what you want, but here's what I can do.
And it's the exact same thing that Vlad did, and Aaron agreed to it, and then he skated on it.
I just asked you, did Vlad offer him something when
a flight in the hotel.
No, but you said you would give.
It might be worth $2K.
But
it might be worth at least $1,500.
But these are two. This is different than because you said with the rapper, you said I'll fly you out, get you the hotel, but I'll give you a little something on the back.
No, I told him that's all I could do. I told him I couldn't really give him money.
Oh, okay.
I kept moving in California and break you off, but I can't.
Yeah.
Then I said, when you're in LA, maybe I'll give you a band or two, which is basically the exact equivalent of like flight and hotel. But I understand from this dude's perspective that it's like, it doesn't really make sense for him at this point in his career to come out to LA to just do an interview for what? For exposure. Now, granted, if he was out here, I'd probably do a couple other things too. And some people are in that perspective, where let's say this guy had a new album or a movie to promote or whatever, then he probably would have done it. Either way, all I'm saying, Vlad, regardless of where he's at right now in his career, which I would say, I look at his views on Social Blade or whatever, and he's been very consistently like 30 million views a month for many years now. I just feel like Aaron is in a moment where he's hot,
another
But I've
white
seen it happen
man.
to a
Ain't
lot
the
of people.
white people
The amount
gay as a
that FYBJ
motherfucker?
man could charge for interviews
They
2
love the
years
pink
ago
pogo
is
stick.
significantly different than the amount that he could charge right now. And that's nothing against him or anything. But the truth is
That's
that
why
unless
they
you can
turn out the
consistently
blacks
reinvent
when they
yourself,
get
somebody like
high
Charleston
up,
White,
because the
he
white
seems like
man
he's done a
love
great job of
pogo
that.
sticks.
But also, even Charleston White, I noticed his interviews not necessarily doing the same views over and over like they were in the beginning.
No, you gotta argue with
Crip
Nazis.
Mac. I interviewed Crip Mac, got 2 million views on some of those interviews, and then by the end of Crip Mac's time out here, before we went and got locked up again,
Hit that
he
like
was
button,
doing
subscribe
interviews
if you ain't
for
subscribed.
$500 that were getting 100,000 views or whatever. Which even
$155.
even that is still kind of impressive because, you know, realistically, once you've done 50 interviews or 100 interviews, or in Crip Mac's case even more, you know, of course your interviews aren't going to do more. And at a certain point,
All right, what's gonna come on next is all propaganda, but I'm a put y'all on game. It just came out, and people got a new little low-key video talking about they got Dolph in a wheelchair, and they said Dolph's still alive. So let's check it out.
Yo, that footage of young Dolph alive is going viral. This new clip shows bro minutes before he got hit, looking mad calm, smiling, with zero clue about what was about to go down. And alongside that, we got fresh security tape from inside the bakery too. But check it. It ain't just trending because of the tragedy. These clips got people looking at Dolph's case from a whole different angle. Some folks even saying this footage exposes mad details that nobody caught from jump. Let's break this down. The emergence of new footage. Let me keep it a stack with y'all. According to what's being reported, this body cam footage caught young Dolph right before he got ambushed at Makeda's homemade butter cookies in Memphis. Seeing this content hit different, it's a heartbreaking look at the regular everyday moments right before a tragedy that changed Memphis hip-hop forever. On November 17th, 2021, young Dolph, who was 36, pulled up to Makeda's homemade cookies on Airways Boulevard in South Memphis, Tennessee. This wasn't no random stop. Dolph was a regular at this spot and had even shown love to the business just a week before. What should have been just a quick cookie run turned into the final chapter of his life, for real. The surveillance footage, which got played during Justin Johnson's trial on September 23rd, 2024, shows Dolph and his brother Marcus pulling up to the cookie shop in Dolph's camouflage Corvette. Inside the store, you can see Dolph on his phone while picking out cookies and chopping it up with the employee who was ringing him up. In what's probably the most chilling part of the footage, you see the employee suddenly look toward the front of the store and then dash to the back. That's when you know something bad was about to pop off outside. That was the moment everything switched up. According to the paperwork, right after that, a stolen white Mercedes-Benz rolled up outside. Two dudes, later ID'd as Justin Johnson and Cornelius Smith, hopped out and started busting through the store window. The hit was brutal. The autopsy later showed that Dolph got hit with 22 bullets, showing just how vicious the attack really was. What makes this whole situation even more messed up is that Dolph wasn't just out running errands.
They said after the 22 bullets, they stopped counting.
St. James Missionary Baptist Church for a
I would
scheduled
stop
turkey
counting too
giveaway
after
from
22.
5 p.m. as part of his annual Thanksgiving move. Everyone knows, even in his last hours, what we all thought. Bro was trying to give back to the hood, something that had become a big part of who he was beyond just making bangers. For the real ones who followed Dolph's career heavy, they know Dolph himself knew he had ops. In a 2017 interview with The Breakfast Club, Dolph kept it 100 about the threats in his life.
In the streets, I never trust nobody. So now, years later, and I'm on doing some whole nutters, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, now I don't trust nobody. So I just felt like, oh, this is how I'm moving. I know I got people that don't like me. Plenty of them.
This wasn't just paranoia talking. Dolph had already survived multiple attempts on his life. In 2017, he got shot in Los Angeles, where he was in critical condition.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
That same year, his whip got lit up with over 100 shots during CIAA weekend in Charlotte, North Carolina. In fact, Dolph flipped the script and referenced this incident in his music, dropping a project called Bulletproof with tracks like 100 Shots and But I'm Bulletproof. During the Breakfast Club interview, when they asked if naming his project Bulletproof might be inviting more smoke, Dolph responded,
I don't even care. I don't even give a damn. That's what the whole thing about, like me, I don't give a damn about. I'm finna keep on doing what I've been doing.
This resilience and no-fear attitude was Dolph's whole vibe. He refused to move scary despite knowing there were haters plotting. The stolen Mercedes used in the hit had ties to another incident, too. According to court docs, the same whip was connected to another shooting in Covington on November 12, 2021, just 5 days before Dolph got murked.
After the shooting, cops found the Mercedes abandoned in the 1100 block of Bradley in Orange Mound, Memphis. Finding the car gave investigators the evidence they needed to eventually identify
Just like they
and
find
lock up
all
the
the goddamn
suspects.
cars.
Through
Tell us
security
something we don't
footage, the
know.
abandoned whip, phone records, and witness statements, the cops were able to build a case against the alleged shooters. Young Dolph came up in the rap game through his independent grind, dropping projects like King of Memphis 2016 and Rich Slave 2020, with Rich Slave peaking at number 4 on the Billboard 200. What made him different in the industry was his independence. He famously curbed major label deals to keep control of his paper.
And when did music start becoming a thing for you?
Started making music like 2000.
You guys start making music. He said music.
I did like
playing
my
that
first
music.
song, just playing, you know what I'm saying, rapping around, joking, tripping in the trap, kicking it, you know what I'm saying, my homeboy. Like, man, these rappers, they lying, they this, they.
Beyond the music, Dolph was mad committed to his community. He was known for his annual Thanksgiving turkey giveaways, school donations, and all types of charitable work that made the hood respect him. He was a family man who, despite his hard image in music, showed a whole different side to his day ones. The trial and the alleged conspiracy. In September 2024, nearly 3 years after Young Dolph's murder, the case finally went to court. What came out during the trial was wild. Prosecutors painted this as a calculated hit rather than some random violence. The trial of Justin Johnson, one of the alleged triggermen, kicked off
That's
on
fucked up.
September
Everybody was
23rd,
telling on that nigga.
2024.
He didn't even spend that money.
From day one, the
Not long
prosecution
at
was
all.
saying this was a
That nigga bought a
premeditated
gang of
move with
clothes like a
multiple
regular
people
nigga
involved.
should.
The security
And
video
went
from the theater
straight to
footage
jail.
was a key piece of evidence shown to the jury. This footage captured Dolph's final moments before the gunfire started. While some screenshots from this tape had been floating around social media since the murder, the full video hadn't been released until the trial. During the proceedings, several witnesses took the stand, including Cornelia Smith, the second alleged shooter, who decided to cooperate with the DA. Smith straight up told the court that Johnson was the other gunman in the hit. One of the craziest revelations from Smith's testimony was about the bread he got for his role in the murder. According to court documents, Smith testified that he only got paid $800 before he got locked up. That's a small bag for such a high-profile body, which had people questioning the real motivation and whether the shooters were just pawns in a bigger game. After deliberating, the jury came back with their verdict on September 26, 2024. Justin Johnson was found guilty on all counts, including first-degree murder and conspiracy. He got life in prison.
If you mess up my camera, I'm gonna mess up your ass.
Zero emotion when they read the verdict. The most explosive claim that came out during the trial was about Anthony Big Jook Mims, Yo Gotti's brother. According to testimony presented in court, prosecutors alleged that Big Jook had put a $100,000 bounty on Young Dolph's head. To understand why this is such a big deal, you gotta know the history between Young Dolph and Yo Gotti. Even though both were successful Memphis rappers from similar backgrounds, they've been beefing for years. This allegation added a whole new layer to what many people already suspected, that Dolph's murder might be connected to the long-running beef between his paper route empire and Yo Gotti's collective music group, CMG. The tension between these two Memphis hip-hop empires was common knowledge, with diss tracks and social media shots being fired back and forth for years. During a 2014 appearance on Sway in the Morning talking about his mixtape High Class Street Music for American Gangster, Young Dolph revealed that he had curved an offer to sign with Yo Gotti's CMG label. He explained that he preferred to invest in himself and build his own movement rather than joining somebody else's team. According to Dolph, this decision created tension with Gotti, who allegedly felt some type of way about the investment. But it's important to note that Yo Gotti never publicly confirmed this as the source of their issue. The situation got more heated publicly on February 11, 2016, when Young Dolph took to Twitter with a thinly veiled shot at Gotti. Though Dolph didn't drop Gotti's name directly, everyone in the Memphis rap scene knew exactly who he was talking about, setting the stage for what would become an increasingly public beef. Interestingly, just days after this tweet, Young Dolph seemed to downplay the beef during an interview on Hot 97's Agro in the Morning show, describing the rivalry as really overstated and even acknowledging Gotti as one of his earliest supporters. Dolph also clarified that the title of his LP, King of Memphis, wasn't meant as a direct challenge to Gotti's status in the city, but rather reflected his own mindset and approach to the game. In interviews, Dolph was often asked about his relationship with Gotti. During a 2017 interview, when asked why he and Gotti couldn't just squash the beef and get money together, Dolph was clear in his response. In another interview from the same year, Dolph broke down his early interactions with Gotti.
Ballin' G, Gotti, like, Yo Gotti was the first person that would reach out to me and be like, I want to sing. He came to me like, let me do CMG and paper rap.
However, things got more aggressive on March 2nd, 2017, when Black Youngstar, a CMG artist and Yo Gotti's right hand, posted a video on Instagram directly challenging
take your
Dolph and his
toys.
claim
Why
to
you
the King of
bothering me? You
Memphis
got a
title.
duck,
The tension hit
a
another
chew
level when
toy,
Black Youngstar, rolling deep
and a
with his
pig
squad,
hoof. Why
pulled
you
up to
bothering
Young
me?
Dolph's territory in Memphis' Castalia
And a
neighborhood,
big old
recording
bone.
footage of themselves strapped up while openly looking for Dolph. Though Dolph wasn't there during this intimidation move, the incident showed how the beef had moved beyond just words and music competition into potentially violent territory. It's worth noting that Yo Gotti tried to distance himself from these actions during an interview with Tim Westwood, saying he had told Black Youngstar not to move like that. Real homie on the team, so I'm gonna always give him the proper advice that I believe I should give him from like a big brother standpoint, or just being the homie standpoint, Gotti explained. My advice, you know I don't move like that. I'm going to always tell not only him, but any youngin', don't handle your business like this. Dolph broke down what he believed was part of the Memphis syndrome that kept artists from the city from unifying.
You gotta turn it up. This too boring.
Fall out. Well,
You're supposed to get to the point. The point taking too long.
Let me see what's going on Benzino 50. Benzino says he want to get in the ring with 50 and give him 3 rounds. He'll whoop him. Let's see this.
You get in the ring, and I'll beat your ass, Curtis. Yeah. Me and you could get in the ring for that money.
Nah, he didn't
3
get at it
rounds.
like that.
I'll whoop you.
Not with the Shersky off.
Big and sloppy and too stiff. And I don't believe all that Golden Glove shit. We gonna put that to
That
the
nigga
side.
too old for that.
Mayweather, holler at me. Believe me.
What?
He said
I'll be
what?
How the fuck could I snitch you? He was the first one that called them and said that the first one, before any statement that I made anything, he said he shot me. Let's make that clear.
What? Oh, 50 probably
All right. Months go by. It's time for the grand jury. Now the grand jury is the, I don't know, you can see who shot you, point out, and we can get in the ring.
Wait, let me look at the whole IG live. What did 50 say about it?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know, Benzino's like former like co-founder or owner of The Source.
I ain't even know that. Thank you for the game, academics.
Oh, Benzino.
He is the Bible of the YouTube. Because he been here since day one.
My nephew, your
after he had been shot. Whack 100, I believe, he
Whack
snitched on
laughing
his
at him.
nephew back in 2014. After his nephew shot him, there was an audio recording that had came out of Benzino speaking to police officers after he had been shot. Whack 100, I believe, was the one to put it out, but other people had heard it before Whack even put it out too. In the recording, he identifies his nephew as the shooter.
I got up against the thing.
God
damn. He just wanted to down, put his gun on his shot.
Oh.
I just was surprised. I seen it. Next thing you know, gunshots. That was it.
Okay, you didn't intentionally pull up next to his car.
No, I mean, intentionally. I just was going through it.
Been to the Zinto. My man, that is telling.
Shot at a funeral by a relative, like his nephew.
Shot at the funeral.
This audio is Benzino being in the hospital.
You told on
shot,
tape.
And they're asking who shot you.
Can't get around that.
And I don't have a problem with that. Yo, it's my nephew. That fuck nigga shot me.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have no gun on me. I didn't have any gun. There was no gun. He had a gun. Obvious.
When you say he, who's that?
God.
All right. Thank you for clarifying those last couple of points. We're going to end the recording. We understand each time we've talked that you got the tape, you know, and so forth. So that's the tape statement. You understand that? Okay.
There were also the court transcripts where he was summoned to testify in court against his nephew. Benzino said this, but throughout the entire court transcripts, he's also saying he doesn't remember seeing who shot him, and he doesn't remember the statement he gave before to the police officers when he was in the hospital. So Benzino's whole thing was, yes, I said these things previously to law enforcement when I was confused after being shot, but I didn't get on the stand and say it when it mattered the most, where it could have gotten my nephew 15 years. That's his whole thing. Now, Benzino went on this podcast specifically because they had a former group member of his on there saying that Benzino had snitched based on the recording. So while on this podcast, Benzino really went off and was arguing back and forth with the host and eventually got up and left the podcast. There was audio at the end of them arguing, and it sounds like a confrontation happened, but you know, you couldn't see what happened. Well, 50 Cent decided to post a clip from this interview
No, they
with
barking
the
at people
caption,
outside the door.
"You want me to believe believe Omar was fully
I
because
have
Sosa
my
said
dog
so,
bark at me when
yes,
she
if
want
I
me to
say
hurry up
he
and open
ain't
the door
right,
in the
he
morning.
ain't right.
I
He
have my
also
dog bark
included
at
the
me
comment, this is
most
your
of the time. Open the
paperwork.
door,
Wrong with
hurry
your
up with the
man.
food,
This caused Benzino
and I
to
want to
go
get that
on
nigga.
live and just go off. Man, roll the clip.
Who
You
got
didn't hear the
blamed
puppy
up
barking
9
first?
times and didn't do shit about it. Then, at the
He
hit
put her
factory,
up on
Murder
game. He
Inc.
barked,
thumbs
and
up
then
on
she
him and
started
Tony
barking.
Yayo, and
I
he
don't
makes
know if y'all thought that was
statements,
a
which is
chihuahua,
his signature,
but that was
makes
his bark.
statements about what happened. Now, with me talking about this, I want a lot of people to realize,
And now they
and
over
a lot
here
of the
fighting.
younger guys, to listen to what I'm saying. Me, I got a big heart. You know, a lot of things that I've done for people were
They
my
over
own
here
fault
really
because
fighting right
I
now.
ended up doing shit for the wrong people. These motherfuckers would just walk over my dead
Growling.
body, step on me if they had
Well,
a
I
chance,
don't know. I ain't
right?
never had a
And the
dog growl
situation
at
with my
me.
nephew
I don't
and
know what
Curtis,
everybody. I don't do
it's
my
like they
dogs
kinda
bad.
alike.
I don't whoop
Like I kind of
they get a
I
whooping.
helped both
Maybe
of them, and then
like
years
my
later
girl,
they kind of
I
stabbed
could
me
say
in the
I
back.
whooped her
First
butt
with
probably
Curtis.
3
I whooped the shot
times
with
in
Curtis
her
since he likes
26
posting
months
things.
that
You
I
know what I'm
had her.
saying? When he
But
was
when
at
she
the
got
hit
a
factory,
whooping,
and I told the story before,
I
but
was fed up with the
kind of
bullshit. I'm talking
it
about
kind of
it
means
was not
something
the
now, right?
day, and you
Curtis
did
ran
too
down
much
to
that day.
my
It was
studio
whooping
session a
time.
couple of, not even a half a
But
block
when I
down,
did it,
and I actually
them 3
helped his
times,
ass. He showed me where he got
I ain't never
poked
did
up,
it. I could
and I
talk
actually
loud,
helped him
and
and
she
sent
gonna
him on his
remember
way to
that
the
ass
hospital,
whooping.
called him a car service because he didn't have any money on him. Think on how
Now
else
I
was
could
he
just
gonna get
get
to the
loud,
hospital?
and
He
they gonna
showed me
remember
showed
the
me where he
ass
got
whooping.
poked up. He showed me the gun that
My
Tony Yayo
boy,
dropped
I
with
ain't
no
did nothing to him.
when Black Child lumped him up
They
with no
usually try to
bullets in him.
try you
Me, the big heart that I
4 to
had,
6
the
months.
cancer in me, said, "Come on, you know what? You ain't gotta. You can't. Let me help you out." And I helped him out. And now years later, he keeps trying to what a lot of people been doing, been trying to like put a stain on my name and on my reputation, and you can't do it. The transgender thing didn't work. The gay shit didn't work. None of that works.
Yeah, that's what they
I'm
try to
not
do with
gay. I
me.
never been gay. I never even met that transgender. Never was even in the same room. We shot a movie together. The director
Oh,
gave
I
the
ain't got no shit like
my
that.
number. They edited the conversations. Never even hooked up. Never seen nothing. I have a history.
Yeah, that's too much explaining.
He keeps trying to what a lot of people been doing, been trying to like put a stain on my name and on my reputation, and you can't
Stop
do it.
beating
The
them up.
transgender thing didn't work. The gay shit didn't work. None of that works. I'm not gay. I never been gay. I never even met that transgender. Never was even in the same room. We shot a movie together. The director gave the transgender my number. They edited the conversations. Never even hooked up. Never seen nothing. I have a history of.
That's a wild sequence of events. Y'all have never seen a transgender, but we shot a movie.
Yeah, that's what
we
I
were in the
said.
same room.
That's why I said too much
But
explaining.
the director
edited
the transgender my number.
Wow.
Them up with no bullets in it. Me,
see, that's too much linking up. They gave him your number. They ain't got no shit like that with me. That's why I said, whoa, too much explaining.
Years later, he
just stop, my brother.
He keeps trying to. What a lot of people
you got to link
been
up.
trying to like put a stain on my name and on my reputation, and you can't do it. The transgender thing didn't work. The gay shit didn't work. None of that works. I'm not gay. I've never been gay. I never even met that transgender. Never was even in the same room. We shot a movie together. The director gave the transgender my number. They
gave him your number. Edited the conversations.
Nothing. I have a history of
edited the conversations.
The woman I'm with now is amazingly beautiful, but that's a different story. Nick, like Curtis, he seemed like a Nick that always been insecure, not always that Nick on the side looking like at the other niggas who be getting the bitches. See, I didn't grow up the big, tough, thug gangster nigga. I was a fly hustler nigga. But if you with me, I'd take your head off. But I wasn't out there bullying people. And I ran with a big crew that still fuck with me today. Free my brother Porky, free Trev, free Hood Boss. So I don't, that street shit, I did it all. So I don't worry about that. I'm 60 years old now.
Damn,
it's supposed to be a new path.
See?
But this nigga keeps posting stupid shit.
Damn,
about me, like,
he cut
like,
up for 60. That's why I said niggas in the pen be 60 and they be looking just like this nigga and they will break your jaw.
And I'll beat your ass, Curtis. So yeah, me and you could get in the ring for that money. 3 rounds. I'll whoop you. You big and sloppy and too stiff. And I don't believe all that Golden Glove shit. All right, we gonna put that to the side.
He said we gonna put that to the side.
I'll be his Huckleberry. All right, we're gonna talk about my nephew now. We're gonna talk about this snitch thing and my nephew and Benzino's a snitch. And when I went and did the podcast in Boston, there was some young guys. I said, let me help them out. And
hey,
now let me just pause here, and I'm gonna go to 50's post just to kind of make everything go full circle.
So 50 had posted, and the podcast is about to refer to is this podcast. It's called the Get a Report podcast, and 50 says, "You want me to believe that Omar was a student because Sosa said so? Yes. If I say he ain't right, he ain't right." Now I don't know if that's a quote from a movie or something like that because I don't get what it means. Anyway, let me play it.
At one point, you said, "I just remember being shot by your client. You know, almost being killed by your client. That's what I remember."
If you think that's the, yo, go get my paperwork.
This is your paperwork.
No. I'm saying,
This is
I'm saying, hold on.
Yeah, he on his ass about that transmission.
You see what you done started, my nigga?
Yeah, he on about that transmission.
Yo, why is niggas going to interviews and niggas is holding up paperwork?
Yeah, they got paperwork and everything on your dumb ass.
Yo,
why would you even?
It's not crazy.
That's what I said. Like, why even be on the internet and you know, bring it out your court document. Like, why would you be on the internet?
It's from Scarface, my bad.
You gotta be squeaky.
This is crazy, dog.
I'm telling you. And the only thing gonna do, they gonna pull up your paperwork. He shouldn't even talk to the police. So you mean to tell me when they pull you over, you gonna say, "Oh, I can't talk. I don't talk to police. Give me your license registration. I don't talk to police."
They are basing.
Cuff up.
This is where the recording.
Watch your head.
And they're basing everything.
There's a difference between snitching and talking to the police.
From the recording.
If you don't habla,
we knew they're gonna do that. That's all. That's
Club
the
up.
recording.
Watch your head.
That's not me saying it on the stand.
If you talking about snitching, you have to talk to the mustard. Especially if you want to go home and don't be in them cuffs. You ain't got to snitch, but you got to say something. Oh, you tough? Yeah, we see how tough you is when we cuff you up and tow your motherfucking whip.
Yo, go get my paperwork.
This is your
paperwork. No, I'm saying.
It's your paperwork. That's crazy.
Yeah.
This is your paperwork.
Yeah.
I'm saying, hold on. But that's
He said this the transcript.
No.
Recording.
No.
From what?
This is from the court date, the trial.
Right. No. But a lot of that is from recordings, and then you have to look at it to see which one is the stand.
Oh, it's too much explaining, bro.
They are basing. See, this is where the recordings
you got a blue flag right when he say that. Man, there be so many niggas jump off the table.
From the recordings, we knew they're gonna do that. That's all. That's the recording.
That was a recording. That was. I didn't go to.
On the stand.
See.
Okay, so
but you said it.
No.
But you said it, right?
Explaining what it is. The whole paperwork is the
But you said it, nigga. It's recorded.
That's the recording.
You told, nigga.
When I got
you
it,
told. Ain't no get back.
Sweet.
It's recorded.
And that was it.
Okay, so
then you changed it up on the stand when you thought about it. But you told.
Who are you talking to your client in the recording?
I don't know.
You're talking to.
You're telling Benzino.
Hold on. Go to the part where I took.
He said it was on the recording, but I ain't do that on the stand.
No, that's not the stand.
You told.
Question answer.
Right. Why these guys want to be so tough, bro? Yo, Benzino, bro. Yo, you need to come over here with me, Charleston White, Boston Richie, 6ix9ine, and the rest of us and Gunner, bro. Like, bro, who gives a fuck? Yeah, I told. Who cares?
He said, yeah, I told. Who cares?
I didn't even tell you, but I done told y'all I can't wait to tell. I can't wait to tell. So you might as well just put me over there with them niggas. I can't wait. Nigga, you do this to me, I'm gonna be like, nigga, I'm gonna read like this is a spelling bee, nigga. I'm gonna pass this shit with flying colors. You damn right. I'm like, fuck the paperwork, nigga. Bring the video up. When I say move, yo, he right there. Yo, bro, what up, bro? Yo, you thought you got me, right? I got you back. Yo, I'm telling. Why everybody so scared of telling? Nothing happens to snitches no more, bro. Yo, we gotta erase this mindset in like the black community, bro. Like I know some of y'all, it's just the moral fiber. You're like, nah, we don't like snitches. But like, listen, who gives a fuck, bro? Bro, who cares? Yo, my nephew shot me.
Academics is out of pocket.
Yo, Benzino, all you gotta do, I get what Benzino's trying to say. Let me be a little bit nuanced.
What's wrong? Hell
Benzino
yeah,
told on his nephew when he just got shot.
He should have did it.
He went to court and basically said, I was high off drugs because they're about to sedate me and whatever to treat me from bullet wounds. I didn't really say, I didn't mean what I said. I said some bullshit. They asked him in court, did your nephew shoot you? And he basically said, I don't remember. So for him, he's like, well, I'm not a snitch because, yeah, I might have said something that was recorded in the hospital room, but when I went up to court, I said something different. I ain't remember. Yo, they forced me to say that. I don't remember. I was
still told.
Bro, who cares? Like,
Gangsta street shit is over.
He said
Benzino, you're
gangster street
60.
shit is over.
It's cool guy, like bro.
Yeah,
who
he
gives
is
a fuck?
60.
Now, granted,
He
I
should
think
be
from what I
claiming
hear,
civilian
Benzino from,
at
like, Boston,
60.
there's a lot of like real niggas.
You
like,
still
from his
talking about
area.
Mayweather
Might
lining
be
it
blood
up?
as well.
I gotta double
So maybe
think
that's
that.
why he does it. But
Cause
like,
I'm
bro,
out
who
of pocket
cares,
at
man?
40 saying that.
Nigga, like, have
60?
you,
Bruh,
it's the clearest order
you don't
I've ever
got
heard.
that no
Nigga,
more.
and
And if
the
you
guy even says
do,
it.
if you get hit,
do
you
know
could
where the recording
die.
is. They're like, yup. Yeah. Benzino's trying like, well, I went to court and I said I didn't remember. Like, who gives a fuck? Come over here, Charleston White, 6'9".
He said Charleston White, 6'9" and gun.
Everybody else, man, it's cool.
He said it's cool. Come chill with
You know what?
us.
We gotta change this to
We at this part of the school.
Told the truth.
Hey, let the gangsters
Fuck
be the
that.
gangsters.
We told the truth.
Come chill with the snitches. There's nothing that
I
happens
just
to
remember
us.
being shot by
Don't
your client,
believe
by your
them.
client. You know, almost being killed.
You fuck up my shit.
I don't know. Listen.
Fuck up my shit.
I don't know if niggas
and I'ma
doctored
fuck
that
your little
up or
ass
what,
up.
but that ain't.
Stop
That's not what it is.
biting my wires.
Hey, yo, bro, that's the fake work. Who got the work? Who got the work? Bro, that's the fake work.
What I said, bro. Like when I said understand, my shit was short and sweet. Like I mean.
What I said on the
300
stand was
pages.
short
Go
and
that
sweet.
part where I said I don't know who shot me. Where's that part?
This is page. You said that a lot.
What I said
You
on the
said that a lot,
stand was
right?
short and
You said
sweet.
I love being.
I ain't never even
so
got
much,
up
bro.
there.
I kid you not, because everybody knows my character. That's why I'm very comfortable with being active. Yes, I sit here
Out of
and
pocket,
I do
bruh.
pop my shit. I talk my shit, cause I'm a man and I talk my shit. That's what it is. Am I a gangster? Hell, fucking no. And everybody who I've ever interacted with, like for example, 21 Savage is my brother, right? Savage is not gonna call me and tell me about nothing street. If that's even happening, right? He knows. It's act. Also, he's not gonna give a fuck if people like, man, why are you friends with act the police? He's gonna be like, my nigga, act is act, nigga. And that's why, like, a lot of times I feel like people don't want to be themselves. But it's much easier when you're yourself, right? Like, I don't mind if somebody call me square, but I don't have to put on a front. And I think people, like, when they accept you, they're going to accept you for what you are. Benzino, like, I don't even know what he's trying to say here. Benzino, you told on the nigga. You just said, bro, my cousin shot me. Or my nephew shot me. It's cool. We get it. You did maybe some honorable shit by making sure he didn't go to jail. I don't know if he went to jail, but, like, by trying to clean it up on the stand. But, bro, we heard it.
You don't remember.
Listen, this guy was running around with doctored up paperwork, bro. I'm not gonna do this with you, my nigga.
There's fake paperwork. Yo, half of these niggas don't even know how to spell none of the 3-syllable words used in court. Half of these niggas ain't making up no fake paperwork. Stop it.
I'm not. I know my paperwork.
Guy was running around with
I'm not gonna do it. It's the same crazy shit. That's not what I said. I went up there on stand and said I don't know who shot me. It wasn't even 5 minutes of conversation. I don't know what the fuck that is, how you playing it, how they, who, but I know what I said.
I'm coming here with fake paperwork. You sent the link to me. You told me to. So page 4-140.
Page 4. Oh, so yeah. So then that's all the recording. Then see, you got to go back to the way back where I took the stand. You're not. You see, Benzino didn't take the stand. It says it right there. You got to read the whole shit. Benzino takes the stand. That's not me understand.
Okay, that's not you understand. So anybody could go look that up
Yeah,
themselves.
hell yeah, that's easy. I'm not.
Okay, but why did prosecutor Amanda Fowle said you were willing? The prosecutor.
Hey, bro. I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not
Alright, so
doing
you
it. What else we doing? What else we doing?
You
Are
want
we
to move
done?
on?
We done?
No, come on, we about to.
No. Are we done? If not, I'm out. It ain't nothing.
No, we're not done. We
Okay, so
continue the interview. Why
I'm not doing that though.
You're not doing what?
I'm not doing.
Why are they so combative? By the way, this is the energy you get when you pay for a nigga to do an interview, right? You know, right? Like, I could tell the dude paid Benzino. Because if you could tell this is a sore spot for Benzino and you invited him to have a conversation, you would kind of like just move on. But this guy who's an interviewer clearly wants to make that moment, and trying to make that moment, he knows Benzino, he's not looking at it like Benzino's a willing participant that came here on his own recognizance. He's looking at it like, nigga, I paid you, so I'm gonna get what I paid for. So that's why the dude Benzino keeps saying, are we done?
What I just said I'm not doing. I'm not answering none of that.
You're not answering no questions?
Hell no about no what prosecutor and so Amanda Seals the prosecutor.
What she said about you.
I don't give a fuck what the prosecutor says about me.
So she's
what
lying.
does that got to do with anything?
But you cared about what the police said about Guy though.
What?
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, Benzino, you got that Boosie froth at the side of your mouth. I always
He said
what the fuck is that? You see the Boosie froth? It's the Boosie froth, man. They did a scientific study that Boosie froth, the famous Dex froth,
wow,
and the Benzino froth, the shit that be at the side of your mouth. If you get a whole gallon of that, that shit cures AIDS, cancer, and everything else, nigga. Tuberculosis, everything, nigga. That fucking froth, you just gotta get enough of it. It's like mouth schmegma. It cures everything.
Deals the prosecutor.
What she said about you.
I don't give a fuck what the prosecutor says about me.
So she's
what does that got to do with anything?
But you cared about what the police said.
Ooh, yeah. Right there, you gotta get like a little thing you put in your ears. You gotta just like grab it right there. Yeah, put it in like a little thing. You gotta bring that to the lab.
Yes, sirski.
That's crazy froth right there. That's a crazy froth.
That paperwork real.
That's that crazy froth right there, bro.
What about Guy though?
What?
But
I don't listen, bro.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on, because I'm gonna continue this interview, and we're gonna address certain things here. Since you here,
but if I'm saying, bro, listen. What I'm telling you is,
I like this podcast. This podcast, the name is Ghetto Report, and they keep the ghetto.
Yeah, that's why they're trying to get what they want.
If it keeps going,
they want what they pay for.
You're right, Chad. You're right.
If I'm paying for an interview, you better say something.
Dave, he said, stop showing that nigga mouth, man. Yo, bro. Yo, this is how I get y'all niggas to wake up in the morning, man. Y'all about to stare at Benzino's froth for the next like 3
Yeah, that's nasty.
months, okay?
But he's 60, man. You can't do him like that.
I can't go back to sleep after this shit, all right?
Put him out.
If what keeps going.
I said, I'm not gonna keep. Let's go.
Okay, so Whack 100 had a lot to say about you.
Right.
Any truth to the things he said?
Fuck no. No, I'm not even. Again, none of that dumb shit either. Look, let me tell you. I went out to Adam 22, 4.5 hours at that motherfucking shit. Whack 100 never showed up.
Was he supposed to?
Why wouldn't he? We got beef, right? In real life, right? I don't know that.
I don't know if y'all got beef.
I was at. Then why are you talking about?
I'm going by what was being said. All this internet
Okay,
shit. I don't know what's real.
I
don't know what's real.
Hey, listen.
No.
We don't want to talk about it.
No. What I'm saying to you, from my perspective, I don't know what's real or not on the internet. That's why I'm asking you. If you got beef with him, that's cool.
But so I want to address it.
So address it.
I'm saying I was up at Adam 22 for 4.5 hours. Right? This is where he's at every day. Brick Baby, Sharp, everybody up there. That nigga never showed. 4.5 hours. Up there.
He knew you was there.
Why wouldn't he? Everybody else did. Hold up. You don't think he did 4.5 hours? You don't think me going away? You don't think that they didn't tell Whack 100?
It ain't about what I think, because I think he would have known. I'm just asking you.
I'm asking you. That I'm going up there. This is his partner.
It's rhetorical. It's rhetorical.
It's rhetorical?
It's rhetorical
Most
question.
of the shit you say is rhetorical.
It's a rhetorical question. Hey, well, I'm going to keep asking these rhetorical questions.
Wow.
Okay, all the information. You said you don't believe none of well, you said the stuff that Whack was saying.
He paid for it. No, I'm not doing the Whack. Next, I've already answered that. You don't want to do that. I'm not doing the Whack either. What's next? I've already said that.
I don't want to do
No, I'm saying if I see Whack.
That's two people he don't want to talk about.
He said, what you mean you want to do it? I want to. Yo, why is the
That's two people he don't want to talk about. They know something about him.
Like a thug.
So it's the transsexual and it's about to fade. So it's 50 Cent and Whack you don't want to talk about. Okay, they in your age bracket though.
Interviews, and I think this is why, like, you know what I mean, that bozo Tax Stone, like, he was actually a breath of fresh air for people, because, like, he felt like, it came across like he was more gangsters than the niggas he was talking to. So it's like a different dynamic. Y'all know, like, when I'm interviewing somebody, I let them say all type of shit. Like, they'd be like, act you fast. I'll just get to my question. Like, I don't give a fuck what they be saying. Because as an interviewer, when you're trying to elicit answers or moments, like, you can't be on this, unless that's your persona. Like, the super tough guy, like, nigga, what? Nigga, what you talking? So with me, my thing is, I just roll off the show. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm interviewing Go Yeah calls me square a bunch of times. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like,
let me just get to. I'm gonna get this good content. I don't give a fuck what you're saying, right? But the idea of being an interview a lot of times is kind of you being a little bit, a little bit passive to a certain extent, right? You know, obviously some people have a line to draw.
You can't go up on everybody.
So it's like, yeah, yo, shit. I used to. I wanted to slap the shit out of you one time. Some of y'all wouldn't be like, it was sense. Some of y'all would.
Yeah, being a podcaster, you gotta be passive.
Now, pussy, like I get it.
You don't have to act like a buster, but you gotta be passive.
An interviewer, you can't be too like forceful. But whoever this guy interviewing him is, he's like,
go home.
Fade, nigga.
Everybody go home.
All the information you said you don't believe.
Knock it over.
Well, you
everybody go home.
No.
Everybody go home.
I'm not doing no. I'm not doing the whack. Next, I already answered that. You don't want to do that. I'm not doing.
Everybody go home.
What's next? I've already said
What you mean?
that.
I don't want to
Go
do
home.
it.
If I see white men,
Go home. You ain't
white men
special.
handle our business.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, where do you think he got his?
I don't know where the fuck he got it. I don't know him. I don't know that man. I see the man on the internet. I ain't seen the man in real life. I know he woof on the internet. I was up there in real life for 4.5 hours in LA. There, at the spot, just like this. In there, 4.5 hours, sitting there. He never showed up.
He never showed up.
No, he never showed up.
Did you tell him you was there?
That's
the question. That's what he keep asking. Did you tell him you was there?
Bro. I'm out.
That nigga said, I'm out. I'm out. He got hot.
This is pride fuckery. This dude said, yo, you know his number? It just says the number.
Yeah, he marked him out.
Nah, this is hilarious.
He marked him out. 50 probably paid him for that.
No, Chad. Nah, this interview gotta be goated, bro. Who is
he just marked him
I
out.
gotta see a picture of him. I gotta see a picture of him, bro. I need to see a picture of this interviewer, bro. He just don't give a fuck.
He just don't give a fuck.
He never showed up.
No, he never showed up.
Let me ask you this.
He said, let me ask you
this. You know
this.
his phone number? No.
You know his phone number, whack?
Bro. I'm out, man. I can't do this. What number is that? I don't even know that number. What number? How am I gonna know this number?
Is that not your phone number? That wasn't your phone
number?
number?
Wait a minute, hold on. You said that is my number?
That wasn't your phone number?
I've never had no number.
Your phone?
I'm not doing
Come on,
I'm not doing
that's what we doing?
Come on. He was putting him out. He was putting him on blast. Benzino a snitch. Allegedly.
Come on, let's finish the interview. I can move on to a different question.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
You're not doing what?
I just said I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Benzino ran.
You done with the interview?
I'm done.
You came here to do
It's a good interview.
How's it a good interview? You walking up. That's all you want
I'm not talking about that.
Let's move on. Let's talk about something else. Give me.
Why the interview is so gangster? Let's move on, nigga.
I'm not doing it.
Because it's doing what it is.
What? I came to the interview, and that's it. You can't say I don't like the way you do the interview. I have that right. It's okay. Let's keep moving, huh?
He said if I don't like the way you doing the interview, I can leave. It's all right. It's okay.
Like a number to one of the transgendered individuals. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that's fucked up. Talking to that transmission.
Gangster, who we talking, man? Hold on. Who we talking about here, man? Who we talking?
What about a fade?
Hold on, bro. We can't do it like this.
It sound like they finna squabble. Sound like they finna squabble.
Oh shit. Nah, this not fake. This is like real. Bro, this shit's some low budget shit, bro. Like
He said it's some low budget shit.
You know, you do it in the lineup, they got 3 foot, 4 foot. I don't even know if that's actually by scale. And they got a little ashy leather couch out here. Come on, man.
He said ashy leather couch.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently this is like a Boston podcast or something. Damn, Boston niggas are that thorough? Yo, chat, who's more gangster? I got New York niggas the most gangsters. Like the most gangster type niggas.
Wow.
Shout out to my Jersey niggas. We're not gonna put Jersey in the mix in this. Because there's some New York niggas who really knock everybody's head off. But we gonna go New York niggas the most gangster. Nah, the Philly YNs is running shit right now. Philly got the most, not even gangster, they crash outs. But I've always heard about Boston though. And I heard in Connecticut there's some goons too. When I think about Boston, I be thinking about like the Celtics and like.
Me too.
What's the baseball team? I be thinking about a bunch of white people. I always hear that Boston's racist.
The Red Sox.
I never knew Boston had real niggas. Yeah, I heard about Bridgeport, Connecticut. I heard about it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I haven't.
Yeah, New York niggas are so in competition with some goon shit. The niggas from Queens is competing with the niggas from Brooklyn.
Right around the street.
Anyway.
Right down the street. Yeah, that's like 4 or 5 people arguing. For sure, for sure. Alright, he already said bitch ass nigga. Yep.
Yeah, I actually think that was real. Anyway.
It was. He said bitch ass nigga.
They bring that up and they try to manipulate a story. My nephew was my first nephew, 2 sisters. We had different fathers, which plays into play later on, I'm gonna tell you. I always kept the story quiet. I was filming Love and Hip Hop when he shot me. But now, you know, since it's an issue about me snitching, then I have to protect my name and my reputation. So, again.
Is he on steroids?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how the fuck he had these veins just bulging out of his arms? Nigga like an action figure. And also, remember we used to call him the No-Neck Bandit? What's going on with Zeno, man?
And I raised my nephew. His pops wasn't around. I raised my nephew. My sisters, when I was with the Source and I had all that money, I was giving thousands and thousands of dollars. Okay? Later on in life, my mom, me and my sister, this is before the Source magazine, money. Me and my sister went half on a house that was supposed to be her and my mother's. My older sister. Okay. Now the house was a big house in Dorchester, right? At the time, probably worth about $180,000. I think I might have put up 20 or 10 or something. And
I can't understand the slang.
My mother had a 3rd floor apartment, a little small apartment, while her guy, my nephew, her daughter, they lived downstairs, big house. My mother, it was a lot of stairs on the 3rd floor. My mother's older, beautiful woman from Cape Verde. I miss you, Mary. I miss her every day. My best friend. I was the only son, the only child from her and my father.
So you was mama's boy.
Of course, I'm filming Love and Hip Hop. And, you know, again, all the years I've done nothing but took care of my family. I had the money to do it. There was never no beef with my nephew. Years later, come to find out that, well, let me go here. I had to buy my mother her own house because, again, that 3rd floor apartment and her climbing up them stairs was too much.
Man,
so I bought her own house in Milton, Massachusetts. Bought her a Benz.
Okay, you're a good
she was
son.
older, but she was happy with a house. My mother started getting dementia. So there was a thing where my sister wanted to take care of her. I didn't live in Boston anymore, so she moved back with my sister at the other house. Well, they was going back and forth, but the house was still in Milton. Come to find out that my nephew Guy had been, and my sister was taking out loans on the house in lines of credit. My mother didn't do nothing because she was suffering from dementia. My father had found out, words were exchanged, which it wasn't nothing like I was going to do anything to my nephew or something. It just was a fucked up situation that happened. How could they take out loans on my mother's spot, especially the one that my money went into, and she never knew nothing. Okay, I'm filming Love and Hip Hop. All of a sudden, my mother dies. She dies in her sleep. Now, my mother worked at Prudential Insurance Company all her life. I was actually in her stomach when she was working at the Prudential in Boston. When she died, there was no money for me. Not that I wanted them, but it was only for my sister. Imagine that. Her only son, but it was only for her sister, my sister. Okay. Can't prove nothing. But we do know that they took lines of credit and loans out and forged their signature. We do know that. So I guess the guilty conscience must have been eating them up. And when she died and I was coming up there to the wake, he must have thought that I was going to make a move on it. Now, I knew that there was tension. So when I got up to Boston, he was filming Love.
He's explaining why his nephew shot him.
in hip hop. When I got to Boston, I didn't want to be
And
at the
still,
wake with
even
everybody,
if you ain't
so I
told,
suggested
you still
that
tell
I go
it again
an
right
hour
now.
earlier to see my mother with just me and her. I didn't want to see her like that, so I hadn't closed the casket. I was pretty shaken up. They took out a bunch of loans on the house, found out. When I got to the wake, I was, I went by myself, seen my mom, closed casket. I made a decision I wasn't going to go to the funeral because of the tension. I seen her and we was filming and I was going to go back because I didn't want the rest of the family and everybody else, all this shit, all this drama to overshadow my mother's funeral. She was being buried in Plymouth. I made the decision not to go. As I'm getting ready to get on the plane the next day, which was going to be my mother's funeral, it was a Sunday, Stevie J called me. Shout out to Sleezo. Hope your eyes might
Stevie
see
J.
talk to you in a minute. So Sleezo calls me and says, hey, I'm out here in Plymouth. Where you at? I'm like, man, I'm not going out there, bro. He's like, oh, man, I'm way out here. Plymouth is like 45 minutes from Boston. I said, stay there. I'm going to come get you. I jump in a rental. Now, mind you, I have no reason to be strapped. Sunday afternoon, 12 o'clock. I'm not thinking about nothing. I ain't got no beef in Boston. Jump in a rental. I start heading out towards Route 3. Route 3 goes to the Cape. It's one of the most, it's a 2-lane highway, but it's super.
Sound like you telling him.
That's what I just said.
Yo, I love
Benzino straight snitching.
This, and it's a super conservative white highway. A lot of people live down the Cape of White, you know what I'm saying? That's like the suburbs. As I'm going down there, I noticed there's a funeral procession, the cars, flashing lights and everything. So I'm like, oh shit, I wonder if this, sure enough, it was my mother's. Seen a bunch of light-skinned Cape Verdean people. I was like, yeah, this is, I'm on the left lane, the funeral procession's on the right going slow. I'm driving on the left, next thing you know, bop, 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 bop. I'm getting hit. I got hit 3 times in my shoulder. I felt it, but I'm still driving. I did a 180, a fishtail 180, started driving back against the traffic. I couldn't drive no more because my arm kind of felt limp. I kept breathing and felt on my chest because I've been shot before. I wanted to make sure that, nothing hit my chest. Once I knew that my breathing was good and everything, I jumped out that bitch and started running. As I'm running, I run towards the hearse. And this is a true story. I know it sounds crazy, but I swear on my mother's soul this shit happened. I can't
Glow in the dark rosary.
As I run, I go towards the
2
hearse.
feet tall.
All I seen, because it has the old school locks, I just seen the finger pressed down on the front of the hearse, because there was 2 hearses. Of course, one had my mother's coffin, it had to. So then I ran down a couple other cars, and then 2 of my cousins, Auntie Geneva, God rest her soul, I jumped in the back of their car, they're screaming like a motherfucker. I said, you gotta drive over the median and get me out of here, because, I'm losing a lot of blood. They drove over the median, and we're going down here. Now, at that time, my nephew never been locked up, never had he wasn't a street kid. I raised him. He was a DJ. Now, I raised him. You can see in videos, I was proud. That was my first nephew. I loved him to death. My nephew was the first one to call police.
Still
telling.
telling.
The first one to get on the phone and said, I just shot him.
This is telling,
Come to
Benzino.
find out, he had 3 guns. He
This
had licenses
is what
for all
they
of them. I didn't even
call
know he had licenses.
talent.
He called the police first. All right, this is the shit that nobody said. This is the shit that these niggas at the podcast, everybody just wants to try to get a story, clicks and comments, and trying to stain somebody's name. Don't even know what the fuck they talking about. He called the police first. The very first one to call police. Now, mind you, this is about 1 o'clock broad daylight. Cars, 100 people seen him shoot me. Everybody seen him. He told the police that I had a gun, and I pointed it at him, that I'm Benzino. Now, in Boston, I got a bad reputation. Bad reputation. The police been trying to fuck me over for years. My whole family, my father, my brothers, it is what it is. Racist city. You know what I'm saying? I love my people. I love the hood, but the power structure, I can't fuck with. I mean, I love the sports teams, which, by the way, the Celtics will beat the shit out the Knicks tonight. But let's get back on point. He called the police first and said I had a gun. When we finally get off the exit, I'm bleeding like a motherfucker. Getting ready to... By the way, when he recorded that, Celtics lost. Pass out, blood on the back of the car. The police pull us over, state troopers. As soon as we get off the exit, I think it was the Pembroke exit. They took me out the back of the car and stripped me butt naked, dick out and everything. Butt naked, bleeding butt naked. They said, where's the gun, where's the gun, where's the gun? Where's the gun, where's the gun? I think it was Driscoll. Now, Driscoll's whole family, if y'all know the Driscolls up in Boston, y'all know them some dirty motherfuckers. All right. He said, yeah, your nephew said you had a gun. Your nephew said that you were shooting at him. Your nephew said this. And I said, no, he shot me. So what the fuck are you talking about? He said that because, like, at this point, it's just a lot of chaos. They're screaming, yelling, where's the gun? Your nephew. I said, no, he shot me. I said, I mean, it's broad daylight. And plus, like, I've been around enough to know that whatever you say right then and there that don't matter when it comes to snitching. It matters in the grand jury and in the courtroom. So now, the ambulance came. I get in the ambulance. They're still asking me, where's the gun? Where's the gun? Where's the gun? He said that you shot him. Where's the gun? So at that point now, I get to the hospital. That's with Love and Hip Hop cameras. I had a connection in there at the hospital. You know, it's Boston, but I'm in Quincy Hospital. So they came, they were shooting and everything. More detectives came. They said, look, you know what I'm saying? You know, he called. He said you had a gun. That's the reason he shot you and everything. So really, could I snitch you? He was the first one that called them and said that the first one, before any statement that I made anything, he said he shot me. Let's make that clear. All right, months go by. It's time for the grand jury. Now the grand jury is going to be the jury that got picked to see that if he's going to get charged with attempted murder. In Boston, anything over the waist, attempted murder. Anything below the waist, assault with a dangerous weapon. Above the waist is 15 years and up. Everybody knows that. We get to the grand jury. They ask me, do you know who? I said, nah, I don't know who shot me. Now that's in the paperwork. The grand jury, you can go get the paperwork. They said, nah, I don't. I said,
His
I don't
explaining
know who shot me. I said,
is telling.
I was dizzy. I was. But you said this. I said I don't know what I was saying. I was panicking. I was blanking out. I was saying anything. I was in the ambulance. I said anything. I was in the hospital. I was under medication. I was saying anything. They said, okay, fine. Months now go down. It's time to go to court. They tell me and say, they tell my lawyer, God rest Mr. Lepo. They said he has to come in court. I said I'm not coming to no court. I already told the grand jury I don't know who shot me. If you don't come to court, we're gonna give you 6 months contempt. Ain't this a bitch? I said, okay. Me, my father went to court in Brockton. My nephew was sitting there with his lawyer, big fat bitch. They're looking at me like, it's funny because they said, if you can see who's in the courtroom, point them out. I said, I don't see anybody. If you can see who shot you, point them out. I said, I don't see anybody. It was that simple when I left. There was another 10 witnesses that were white people and everything that were on the highway that witnessed him shooting me. Because I said that he didn't shoot me, he got 18 months for shooting in a dwelling around people. That's what he got charged with. If I would have said he shot me, he would have did 15 years. 15 years. So I don't give a fuck about no internet. I'm solid. 50 cents.
No, you
my
told.
nephew, and if any and if there's any real issues, I'm not hard to find. But that's a fact. What I just said was fact. We don't gotta, and the paperwork's out there. So I don't want to hear about no snitching.
I believe him. I think the definition of like snitching just varies. So some people, like, I think his definition is, did you cooperate to send somebody to jail? He's saying, if anything, I cooperated well, not cooperate. I made sure my nephew didn't get sent to jail, so I'm the opposite of a snitch. Some people would also believe if you give law enforcement any information, that's snitching. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I don't want to hear it. And guess what? A lot of you motherfuckers out there with the snitching shit, you know, snitching was the first snitching thing that I heard of. Of course, my dad told me at 11 years old, but he was dealing with the mob. So the mob was the first one to really kind of popularize don't snitch. Because back then, if you snitch, you was getting killed. But I think after, when Sammy the Bull, I think after that, and even Whitey Bulger, when they seeing that the snitches are the actual ones killing all the people, I think people started saying, damn, ain't nobody killed Sammy the Bull. Whitey finally got it, but it's like back then, if you snitch, you got dealt with. Nowadays, y'all motherfuckers are exposing snitches and y'all ain't even doing shit. Okay, they snitches. Now what y'all gonna do about it? Nothing. It's just for clicks and comments. It doesn't change their life. 6ix9ine's richer than he's ever been. Still, ain't nobody did nothing other than the LA Fitness shit. All you niggas out there was so much snitch this, snitch that. When y'all find out they're snitches, then why don't y'all go down and handle business? Y'all ain't gonna do shit. But see, yeah, my name and reputation means something to me. So that's why.
Now you see what he said. What he said. I can tell you could call me a snitch in a random way, but you ain't gonna do shit to me.
I got grandkids on the way. I'm not gonna be the same person that I was back then. But ain't none of you niggas gonna fuck with me. And I ain't no crash out nigga. I'm very smart. That's why I lasted this long. But like I said, 50, if you want to get in that ring, celebrity, I'm with it. And then after that, man, we can hug it out and just let this shit be over with. But all that shit you post on me, sorry, dickhead, that shit ain't true. Y'all figure it out. Celtics tonight, we beating the shit out of y'all.
So let's talk about it, y'all. Some people believe that snitching is only when you get up on the stand and point someone out and...
Hilarious. What the hell?
What the hell?
Damn.
the hell is going on?
Honestly,
and intentionally try to get them convicted. Some people believe that any talking to law enforcement in any way is snitching. It's really based on your definition of snitching. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. Put your thoughts down in the comments and make sure you like and subscribe and stay connected with Panda Chop TV. Peace.
Panda Chop.
Panda Chop.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I feel Benzino, like, I don't think Benzino's a bad guy, and about if he gay or whatever, I don't give a fuck. Shit, I looked at that. I guess he's from a street background. He's like really locked in with a lot of street people in Boston. So I understand, So I understand why, you know, he cares about these, like, whatever nuances about is he a snitch, is he not. Not that my opinion matters on snitching, but the reality is this: if he wants to be at 60 aligned with street shit, you shouldn't have told him who shot you. I don't care if it's your cousin, your nephew, your son, could be your dog accidentally shooting you. Nope. Shut the fuck up. Now, every civilian should tell who shot them if you unfortunately get shot. Him trying to now clean it up, I feel like he's in a rock and a hard place, but man, bro, you're 60, bro. Who gives a fuck about that reputation of being a street nigga, bro? Who cares? That's how we got it. Alright,
Next.
Okay, today we put out a very, very controversial clip. Go Yayo. You know Go Yayo?
No.
Oh, well, that might...
He's from Texas, right?
He's from Texas. He's Sauce Walker's op.
He's got out of jail, right?
And he actually... He shocked me in multiple ways on the podcast that we did together, but one of the things that he said that really shocked me was that he said that he wishes that when Sauce Walker got shot in Memphis, when Say So P got killed, that he wished that Sauce Walker had died. Which, that usually, when you hear gangsters talking, they don't really say that about their ops. I thought that was pretty notable.
I mean, that's kind of like strange, right? They say that because, like, I kind of like wish the same thing. When you set somebody up, you should die too. Right? That shit was unfair.
Right? We don't know that Sauce Walker really did anything.
How do you don't know that when...
Go, yeah.
How do you don't know that when you take his orders to Texas? Where you take him to what state?
Memphis, which is where Say So P was from. Say So P brought Sauce to Memphis.
Right, and then back to Texas, and the person that killed him got killed in Texas.
I think both of the guys.
Yeah. So what to tell you? And then he posted a video with the same money. See, you gotta understand. I'm on the internet. The money that the artist posted a money bag, and y'all go zoom in on his money bag. The same numbers in that money bag. Sauce Walker had the same money. So why he take his artist money? The same money the artist just posted. He had it.
Man, knock it
You're
off.
saying that Sauce Walker took Say So P's
This is
money?
controversy, man.
I don't know if he took it, but he had it with him.
I don't know.
He didn't give it to his family.
He Charleston White the game now.
It's the same stack of money.
As long as he say crazy stuff, people watch.
He had some money with him.
Okay.
That's the same money. So
I don't know.
Same money. So but listen, I'm not like the investigator for that case. I don't got nothing to do with that. But I'm just saying that that's backdoor. I'm from St. Louis. I can smell the back door.
Okay.
Right. But that's the reason. And I kind of like wish he was there too. Because you get away with that smooth ass shit. Stop playing with me. That was smooth.
Wait, you wish that Sauce Walker
No, I don't wish he was dead. I wish nobody was dead. But if you kill, I wish you die. Right? Because it got a balance. So if you kill, you gonna die anyway. So he don't gotta wish. I don't gotta wish he dead. If he killed that man, he gonna die too. It's kind of like how it works.
I mean, but you think that karma is that simple?
Yeah, karma is really simple. Like, is when you do it, it come back to you. So you gotta watch what you do.
So you say some bad stuff and then you're
right
get
back.
killed.
Oh, your mouth is magic. Your mouth kind of like got the power, like a spell. That's why they call it like word spelling.
I heard your mouth was magic. Brick Baby told me that.
Come on, guys, stop playing with me. I'm a spirit, gang. Spirit don't even. I'm a spirit, gang. Now, a lot of people don't know, but I'm just trying to say.
You do seem like you might have a BBC.
No. Come on, guys, stop playing. What the
BBC? Big Black Pocket.
Come on, guys, don't talk about my. I'm not. Just think I'm J-Man. Stop playing with me. I'm not J-Man, gang. Stop playing with me. We can't start though. We gotta start before that. I'm not J-Man.
This is this little wiener energy. Now I'm feeling like you don't have a BBC.
I'm not J-Man, gang. I'm not J-Man.
What's going on with J-Man?
I'm not J-Man. You actually is. You probably saw it. Stop playing with me.
I don't think you showed me.
Come on, guys. I think you probably did. You so couple acts.
Why is Adam main objective to always homosexualize any black man on the level up and rise in the internet? Or just in life, period. You just gotta make them gay.
Come on, listen.
We could be on TikTok, but we can't do...
Listen, how do we get there? We talk about Sauce Walker, and we get you talking about...
No, you brought up J-Man.
Yeah.
We haven't been seeing a ton of J-Man content lately.
All because he was buying all his views.
What?
Y'all don't know. Yeah, no, I'm talking about mama. You can tell people about the views because like they got 500,000, but you never seen the video one
No,
time.
but he's having like pretty significant artists on his platform.
Yeah, but he
getting a lot of the Chicago
he,
superstars.
No, but he can't interview. He don't know how to complete a good interview.
He does probably need to improve.
Yeah, he does bad, and the quality be terrible. Right? He don't take time to do the quality. The thumbnails is trash. I mean, I think he need to hook up with me. Oh, you need to come work here. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, okay, he did a I Swear Vezo interview 4 days ago, 68,000 views. That's not too bad.
Fake.
Fake? You think that's fake?
Everything fake. Tell him if it's not fake.
Dante Savage,
Yeah, really
90K,
fake.
it was
Really
decent.
fake. Really fake. He sound like King Von, so that's really fake.
But most of his stuff, he's got a lot of like random people.
He
that
sound
I don't
like
even know
King
that.
Von. He got his mind.
Everything fake. And I don't think it's probably real when he did that shit with Von 1700 when he was up and Woody. Everything else on the channel was fake. They're the only 2 videos I ever seen of him. That's what I'm on. And that thing with Lil Durk. Other than that, I never seen another J-Mane video unless it came off his channel.
I mean, I think that J-Mane, okay, why would he need to fake it when I have had him on the podcast over the years? It's usually been pretty good. Now, granted, at first he was doing a lot better than it would probably do now.
And ain't gonna do good now because he kind of like put up the peace in Chicago. Like he got everybody.
Get up, he's going pushing it.
Come on, okay, no, he ain't pushing. He pushing peace, trying to get a piece of the money.
He's done more to pushing peace in Chicago than anybody.
And making more money than anybody else doing it. Listen, pushing peace have nothing to do with money. If you was pushing peace have nothing to do with actually, let me tell you something about the world, the way it works. The ones it kind of like come into this world, you can't physically like change it. So you can't really try to create peace by changing it. You got to create peace through frequencies and vibrations. You create peace through like the mind, right? And you also got to understand that peace is not really the act of not doing nothing. It's the act of balance. So sometimes the young have to kill, but sometimes they don't. They need the balance of when to kill. So you can't tell a man, hey, be a bitch. And you can't tell a man, hey, don't be a bitch. But you can tell a man, yo, you got to balance. I mean, if somebody push you over, push them back. Right?
Okay.
And eye for an eye. And I think that's what people don't understand, why he talking about peace in Chicago, because it could never be peace. How can it be peace? Right? You mean to go walk past me, I do nothing, I want to be a coward?
Well, he's taking a step in the right direction.
No. Peace is not being a coward. Peace, love, right? We don't push peace, we push love, right? Because love is we're going to observe things. And when you love, you don't have no attachments. But peace, you still have attachments. Because peace can be broken. Love cannot.
Okay, so you're kind of filibustering me. What is wrong with J-Mane taking steps towards making Chicago have less killing, less death?
Because he's doing it the wrong way. See, what
will be the right way?
The right way in Chicago is to push love, to change the frequency of the music. Like they got DJ UTUBE. Y'all need to fix it up too, because I know y'all had an issue. He think you still up to him, but I told him no, that couldn't be true.
That's what I
because
said.
y'all
That
have
say cheese shit.
content.
That
Listen,
say cheese. They got so many people dead off that motherfucking couch.
All right, well, however that goes.
Name all the people that died on Say Cheese couch.
Where we need to help them build their own platforms, right? See, if we keep making the money off them, they're gonna still not have nothing. See, if we help them build their platforms, then they can go up. See, J-Mane, he got a YouTube, so he need to help people build YouTube. You see, Great Equator, I help him to build a YouTube, I help him to make some money. So we can't take care of everybody, so we need to kind of like structure Chicago, right? And put everybody up on money. Like, you gonna give me my show? J-Mane, you get somebody else's show. His shit not going up. Get somebody else's show.
Right. I tried to put J-Mane on the team when he was first really blowing up, but he was making too much money from doing all these interviews. It was hard to keep him in a box. He wasn't trying to be in here every day.
That's the problem. People don't understand about the future. They go about the right now. But anytime you make the money right now, you broke. Right? A lot of people don't know. You got to make real money. Got to come from the future. So he should have shut his ass here and built his brand. But the problem is they think their brand already built.
Yeah.
Until they realize that it's not.
He was killing it.
No, yeah, at the time, but it can go down.
Clout.
Relationships.
They get that clout. Their adrenaline go up when they get that clout.
You might not like me, but I'm here for relationships because you understand that I'm going up. So why wouldn't you with me? And then you understand your position and your power. Come on, man. Come on, man. You'll never go down. You'll never go down because you understand your position and your power.
I'll go down and break, baby.
No, yeah, stop playing with me.
Okay, so you just saw the clip, but did you know that you can watch this entire interview right now before it's released to the public, uncensored, by becoming a member for just $5 a month, and there's a lot of other crazy benefits as well. So make sure you hit the link down in the description and sign up. Appreciate you.
I ain't signing up to shit. Next man.
Feelings and this, that, and the third. And
now, supposedly this is the footage of some footage that.
all right, folks. Fort Ames.
So, remember the guy? I think this is Chicago murder. Did we play this already? They said this is the footage from the Chicago murder when niggas slid for D-Thing.
Exactly. Why you play that
So
shit?
I think it's one of the killers. They went in there, they made sure they or is this stuff on there? I think it's yeah, he's looking over there.
Whiskey.
Oh shit! Well, that's them shooting. Oh, so what happened was the guy was in this building. Apparently, one of the shooters went in the building. They confirmed he was in there. Then they came out and they waited for him. So I think he probably knew. It was like he probably seen a nigga like trying to case shit out in there. And he was like, "Yo, what the fuck? Who this nigga right here?" So when he's walking out, you see he got his hand. I don't even know if he got a gun on him, but like he kind of got his hand like almost like he punching. Right?
This was not on the play.
And you see him kind of looking.
I did not put this
right?
on the playlist.
I guess he probably see niggas.
All right, here go y'all, the mayor of Inglewood, real quick.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say his name because I'm not shining at that direction, and I was advised not to, and I'm just simply not. You know what I'm saying? But in this particular piece of content, it was two dudes talking. You know what I'm saying, on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the conversation, it was about a series of things. Me, of course, it's a part one and part two. Part one and part two to the conversation about me and a few other things. And these fools be funny these days, bro. They be funny.
Oh, this is Munchie. He not trying to mention his big homie name no more. I ain't gonna do it either.
All, to the people that's trying to like send positive messages from the street aspect, and this to the game bangers, you know what I'm saying? This to the game bangers, and then they trying to reach back, you know what I'm saying? You trying to let, you know what I'm saying, your little homies know the right way to go or how to go about things, you know what I'm saying? Rule one, you don't condemn them and talk down on them because of where they at in life. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody, all right, for instance, you got, like me from families, you got Young Ant and Tiny Menace from 8 Trey Gangsta. You got, you got AD from Rolling 60s. Those some good names to throw out there. Okay, Lil Sody, rest in peace. And I even thought ODM Slim.
Always linking up the families with the A-Train.
Okay.
Never fails.
For instance,
never
the
fails.
Nipsey mural got vandalized. First by the A-Train gangsters, but it wasn't recorded, so it didn't go viral. When it got vandalized, Lil Sody took it upon himself, him and one of his other homies, to pay to get it fixed. You know what I'm saying? I doubt Lil Sody got mad at his little homies because he was there at one point. That's what he was doing, you know what I'm saying? And gangbanging is a disrespectful sport. They go do the disrespectful things, you know what I'm saying? Kick over candles, deface murals and all that. You know what I'm saying? It's a very disrespectful sport, so I don't be understanding what people expect. So, the names I named, me, Tiny Menace, Young Ant, Lil Sodies, ODM Slims, AD, all them dudes, I like how they push. They not condemning their little homies, bro. They not doing that. You know what I'm saying? They know how to go about things, and then they got the respect level to where they could holler at their young homies and they'll listen. You know why? Because they know they done been through it. All them dudes I just named, they all done been through the ringer. They done been through it. So now hearing this conversation, dude said something about what they would have did or something about a Nipsey mural. The one dude, which I had a conversation with him after this, he said, well, I wouldn't have did it. But the dude I'm not really feeling, that's not really allowed in the hood no more, said we was wrong for it. Not we, because I didn't do it. Some of the little homies did it. You know what I'm saying? They did what they did. You know what I'm saying? Me at 35, what I had did it? No. They did it. He talking about, oh, man, cut it. Right? Now, when that happened, when the Inglewood families defaced the mural, Skip Townsend wanted to make sure it didn't go anywhere. So what did Skip Townsend do? He reached out to the Inglewood families, to the 60s. So it won't go nowhere, and he like, I'm gonna bring them together so they can holler, power all about it, and then boom. He reached out to some Inglewood families, some reputables, and some reputable 60s. The Inglewood families is on board, ready to link, but guess what? The 60s last minute like, nah, it's all right. Because the 60s felt, half of them felt it's gang banging. And then the other half, they was upset about it. So they didn't link. But people like the dude that held this conversation wouldn't know because, for one, you can't come around. And for two,
How you gonna tell somebody
if he was able to come around, he wouldn't be involved in these type of conversations. You gotta be somebody that can move the goalpost, or be a factor. You know what I mean? Somebody gotta value your opinion, give you an ear. You gotta be one of them type of dudes, bro. Okay. Then he went further to say,
nigga got a Timu ass haircut.
Back in 2010, when me and a group of my peers went inside
Is it the 21st?
Black Sam and Nipsey
Did
store.
he just get paid from YouTube or something?
Took a lot of items and messed things up. He spoke about that. He said, my homies didn't agree. The Inglewood families didn't agree. Now, listen. I ain't hear nothing from nobody young, old, gray. When I say gray, I mean elderly, because there's some old Inglewood families over there, right? At this time, Nipsey Hussle wasn't the Nipsey Hussle before passing. Nipsey Hussle didn't rap about nothing but rolling 60s at this time. That's it. That's it. You got Rolling Down Slauson. You got Hustle in the House. And all the music in between was music that you couldn't even play without hearing 6-0. There was no complaints from the Inglewood families, young or old, saying them little dudes is wrong. Now, maybe if this had took place closer to his demise, you would have got that. Now, y'all don't know what you're talking about. I'm saying, I don't know. Then you said, oh yeah, Black Sam and Nipsey such stand-up dudes, they said, because it could have been violence, they said, just go beat they ASS, right?
Well, now you can't say ass.
It just sound like a lot of glazing going on, man. Like a whole lot of glazing, you know what I'm saying?
Grid program taught you good, man.
You said you was in YA at that time, but
they taught Munchie good. He can run
how
a
you was
real
in YA
podcast.
at that time if you was
they
in
taught
high
us
school
with
in
words to
98,
get them
and then this
monetized
is
even
like
better.
2010, so you was like
reach
25,
the kids.
26.
He is
like,
certified
like,
grid program.
I don't know, man.
I give
People
him
just be making up lies, man. I don't know, bro. But all I know is, man.
Certified. That nigga know how to say
You
ASS.
learn from things like,
I ain't said
you know,
ASS
if you watch
since I was
porn,
a
you go
kid.
to a little freaky little thing, bro. If you watch gangster movies, you go try maybe more likely emulate it. You listen to gangster music, you get the feeling like that. You know what I'm saying? Well, the generation that I came up under, you got gangsters, got these, you got these hustlers, as they call them. The homies that was the generation before me, they took pride in being terrorists. Unfortunately, Crenshaw, Manchester terrorists. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know that generation. The homie Tony Buntry, Baby Bogart, Little Red Flag, Baby Manchester, E-Rap, K9.
You wasn't there. You wasn't there. You was not there. You was not there.
If y'all from the city, from Inglewood, you know what I'm saying?
You my friend. You, my friend,
it was a card
was not there.
For that, CK wagons. We come from tearing stuff up.
Munchie.
I don't understand.
Munchie. You was too young to even hang out with them niggas. You was not with us. You was not with us. So stop the name.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just different. You know what I'm saying? My family from the east side, 8-9 families. If
exactly.
You know that
I told you that. Your daddy from Swans, nigga.
And what they did, how they put it down, they had the most inmates on death row. That's the 8-9 families on the east side. Those are all my uncles and my dad, and that's the tree I come from. I'm not nice like this dude, I guess. I don't know, but that's why I said in the beginning of this intro, raised right by the wrong niggas. But then the big homies, I was raised right by the wrong niggas, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Crenshaw Manchester terrorists. It's on my chain. CMT, fool.
Yeah, but it ain't.
I ain't nice like you. Well, I am now. I'm reformed.
You didn't do
reform. Yeah.
When you do something.
I ain't about to look down on none of my little homies on what they doing right now. And if I'm telling them to stop, I'm gonna try to compensate and replace whatever they doing with something.
What? What's
For instance, the little homie called me. Shout out Tiny B-Rock. Me and the little chick, we weaving through traffic. I'm like, what's bracking? He like, man, what's going on? I'm like, what you doing? I'm pushing through the hood. So I'm like, okay. What you about to do? Oh shit. I'm like, hey, boom. He tell me exactly where he at.
Go home.
Me and baby pick him up. We just shoot the no jumper. You know what I'm saying? Let him hang out with me. Boom.
Oh wow.
And drop
That's
off later.
straight to Fed Depot.
You know what I'm saying?
Turned him in.
Cause I'm gonna tell my man, go home. Then you just go home and be bored. Nah, I'm like, ain't shit. Get
turned him in.
That's type of shit I'm on. You know what I'm saying? I remember Skip Townsend called me. Asked about one of the little homies. Like, man, who was so-and-so? I guess he seen the little homie name all over the wall everywhere. I'm like, oh, shit, man. You met him? He was with me that one day. He's like, oh. Hey, man, have him call me, man. I'm about to help him be an electrician. I'm about to help him, what's that little thing you go to the school first? You know what I'm saying? Man, put some type of supplement in there to replace it, bro. Just don't be no bum-ass Al Bundy, wanna be big homie, talking shit, and you ain't got shit to offer. Don't be a bum. Nigga, any young homie come to me.
What are you offering them, Munchie?
Like hit the studio.
You told a long story about how your homies can put them on. Munchie,
you wanna hop on a
how
podcast?
do you put them on?
You know what I'm saying?
You took them to no jumper?
Like, my young homies can hit me. If you get some old ass bum just with something to say, shut the fuck up. Period. I'm trying to be not respectful because I don't respect you, but you know what I'm saying? And I hollered at the homie that this bum was talking to, you know what I'm saying? Me and that, shout out Big Pooh. He a good homie. But the dude you talking to, he trash. You know what I'm saying? Trash.
He talking about that boy. I ain't gonna say his name either. I ain't gonna cloud him up no more.
All the real dudes that's factors that got a leadership role and that's pushing for peace in some way. Even if you ain't all the way there, you just like a work in progress, like the names I said. Young Ant, Tiny Menace, rest in peace, Lil Sody, AD from 60s, ODM Slim out the 50s. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably missing one, but you know what I'm saying? Keep at it, bro, because I know y'all not going that angle. You know what I'm saying? Like these old bum-ass Al Bundy dudes. But with that being said, bro, I want everybody to subscribe, bro. Keep supporting. You know what I'm saying? Check me out over there on Street TV.
Yep, where y'all read niggas paperwork.
No jumper.
The
You know
Fed Depot, so you'll
I'm
read paperwork and you owe Fed Depot. Nigga, I'm
And
out of
team
here.
members in the
That's
hoodie,
all. That's all I need to
and
hear.
doing away with a pistol. That's protocol.
That's
Why didn't
that's
follow the
off top. Hold
protocol? I
on,
wasn't
man.
there. Why they didn't
I don't know
follow
what
it?
my
From my
phone doing.
understanding, no boy walked up with no shirt
Too
on
much shit.
first
I
to
got
check the
traffic
scene.
going on my
'Cause
phone.
he know what's going on.
You know
in the
how them
parking lot.
androids
Probably
be.
seen nobody was in the
You know how them
doorways.
androids
Check hustle
be.
had on shorts.
They'll just play some
Check
shit
everybody
bogus.
else. They say came back with a red shirt.
Just like having Spectrum, they gonna play bogus.
Things like that. That never been my job.
That's why I got rid of Spectrum, because they just play bogus shit. Just like right now. Now when I switch it off, okay, we gonna hear some J Mane real quick. I know y'all ain't seen J Mane in a minute.
Yo, we back. We back with another one. They thought it wasn't gonna be no another one or something. It do hit different. We back with another episode of Hoops. It hit different. Sad day in Chicago, bruh. It hit different. Life just be crazy sometimes. Old Block, two or three old Block members. I ain't got the full whoop on, bro. It's just crazy, bro. 2 or 3 of the main old Blockians, as I say. 2 of the main old Blockians lost their lives last night, bro, due to gun violence in Chicago, bro. It's just crazy, everything we seen in Chicago up until now, bro. We seen this peace movement. We seen a lot of the, just from J Mane going into O Block and just the controversy around that. And for me, all this shit hit different, is what I'm trying to say.
Because you know him or something,
you got
bruh?
me out here on one end trying to
On
do the
phone
right
and grade.
thing and push the peace.
On phone now.
Be more of a positive impact to the youth, which is something that we ain't seen in the past.
Hit that like button. Subscribe if you ain't
people who get their
subscribed.
buzz out of Chicago.
Say Let's Smoke His TV.
And then
It's
it's
J
like,
Bay.
on the other end, you got shit that's still going on in the streets that's out of J Mane control, that's out of the Muslims' control, out of the community's control, everybody who on that righteous path, bro. So we don't know what's going on, bro. So it's kind of early to start pointing fingers and all of that. It hit different, bro. It's never a good feeling when you lose a brother, you lose somebody who close to you, you even lose somebody that a friend that you could be able to call.
On phone and grade.
These guys, Mona Duke, I've been knowing Duke ever since I was, bro, I can tell y'all some stories about
Since I was
me and
shouting.
Duke, bro. It just crazy, bro. How life plays out sometimes. Like I say, I don't know the whole situation, but I heard, I watched Truth Teller video saying it was supposed to be get back for FBG Duck. Truth Teller, let's not throw narratives out there, bro, because that's how, put it like this Chicago, that's how niggas end up dying, bro. Like, Truth Teller, you from the area, you gotta know, putting that type of energy into
Yes,
the air
sirski.
before you got actual proof. I understand on the video you saying, nah, you don't know, but let's not even throw that. Let's not even gas that type. Let's not put that type of fuel on that fire like that. You know, because at this time we don't know. People assume shit, and sometimes when you assume, you make an ass out yourself. All I'm saying is, let the people do their job. It hit different.
He said it
when you
hit
just
different.
You just saying this side or these people, this group of people that, and it's on the internet, and you know some of these people is not smart enough or wise enough.
Made their own decisions. Crash outs.
Don't understand sometimes the internet just be the internet and it be opinionated because somebody go off of what they heard on the internet and just run with that. Now you wonder why miscellaneous people getting shot up on 63rd somewhere because
They take your shit to be real news.
You know, so we don't wanna do that. Now you got random crackheads, do your own little
He said
crackheads on 63rd getting shot for no reason. It's merch. So, cause they lives matter. Crackhead lives matter too, bro. So y'all can't just because it's, put it like this. Well, we all from poverty, bro. So it's not just a certain, it's civilian. When you from poverty, it's regular civilians in the community. You got gang members in the community. You got drug dealers in the community. You got working people in these communities, bro. So you sending them, you saying this on the internet and call somebody to just do something, you never know who might get hit, is all I'm saying. So we just gotta be careful on what we say and what words we do choose to use sometimes. Condolences to the families of the, and it's crazy, bro. Young and may he rest in peace. He was one of the guys from O Block who I shook hands with when I went over there. You know, I never got like a bad vibe when I met Youngin. It wasn't no ill intentions when I met Youngin. Y'all seen the video. Y'all know that video when I went to O Block. If y'all peep when Youngin walked up, you know, it was a handshake on for them grades. He shook my hand like a man. So, you know, condolences to bro and his family. Is it like I say, certain shit we can't shake from our past sometimes. But put it like this, Youngin is one of the ones. He was with the Muslims, bro. Do your homework on. Youngin was with the Muslims, so he was one of the ones trying to aim down that right path, bro. Money Duke too, bro. Like I said, I could tell y'all some stories about me and Duke back in the day in the Calumet building, bro. It hit different. Like me and Duke went to Dulles together, bro. So it's crazy when you grow up with somebody and then all this shit happen in Chicago through what y'all call and how we look at shit. Then somebody like me learn from my mistakes. Now I start pushing the piece. Now I'm starting to be able to look at a lot of stuff differently. Now it'd be like, dang, that shit crazy. Cause I was wondering a lot. Like I say, it's certain guys from the old who I might knew in the past and I probably was a little closer to. So yeah, me and Edolph probably weren't ever close, but at one point in my life, I felt like me and Duke was close, you see what I'm saying? So, but if y'all peep, when I went to O Block, Duke went there. Like, it's crazy that Duke gone, bro, on Fulham Grade. I never even knew Duke was out of jail on Fulham Grade. So that's why I'm like, damn, this is a slap in the face. Like, when folks get out, it hit different, but it be like a lot of shit going on, so I don't be knowing everything on Bro Grade. So I'm like, damn, when the fuck Duke come home? It hit differently. I ain't know folks came home, and this shit happened on Fulham Grade. It's just crazy, bro. Like I say, then it's speculations.
Putting false narratives, just like LA.
How you, like,
false narratives is everything. All they do is push false narratives and have young niggas crash out.
It's like, was when you don't know shit, like, was they the intended targets? Was it some
Nah, they got both of them. Nah, that's who they wanted. They got their mans. They knew who they wanted.
What was really the whoop?
It ain't no secret.
Was somebody at the bar that shit happened?
Duh.
Or, like, what played out? I believe in
man, ain't no secret. They watched them. And then the two dudes they wanted, they got. The other dude was just the extra.
I don't know if they say it was somebody
too
walking
close
around
to
the bar with a mask late at night, bro.
3 people got shot total, though.
I don't know. Like I say,
they made sure they killed the 2, and then the other one just got it. Like, he got hit, but it wasn't no.
Like I say, it
wasn't no like off.
You got certain people, Memo 600. We pushing the piece right now, so this kind of when shit like this happen, and God forbid that
it's gonna turn up.
Fan and it be somebody
it's gonna turn up.
Say that it's associated with Doug or whatever the case is.
O Block got hit in
the movement and to everything that we got going on. But like I say, we can't control. We can't control nobody. But
exactly.
So it'll just be like 10 steps back. Like, J man, you pushing pieces. This shit working when you got fool them doing this.
They ran you up out of there, boy.
At this time, we don't know. So that just
we gonna get to the next agenda.
Out there. You see what I'm
saying? He just lagging it along. He's saying the same thing. He just making his content.
Now YouTube family is looking like that boy Go Yayo made somebody Scooby Dooby Doo.
Yeah, they saying that Go Yayo made somebody get little. Now, as y'all already know, bruh, Go Yayo, man, he just came home from jail. He been snapping as of lately. Yeah, he been going to interviews, doing interviews with DJ Academics, No Jumper. He just been all over the place. Now, it is as of recent today, and I'm not even going to say allegedly, because allegedly would imply that it didn't happen, because this 100% happened, right? Now, Go Yayo and the Hood Fang Gang in the 4E Mall, they sat up there, you understand me, and caught a TSF member from Dallas, man. And they say they beat the spanks off of him, man. You know, I ain't lying. They say they beat the suspenders up off of that man. His britches, man. Yeah, beat him bad, bro. Now, one would think that Beto wouldn't be there. Nah, not Beto. Beto just survived the headshot. Beto just dropped a music video today detailing how he survived the headshot.
They want to bring about a little. They want to bring back a little bag. They want to keep him back. Body drop away.
That's crazy. Just got hit in the head, making
With
this song.
footage
You
of
crazy.
the survival of the headshot today. And that ain't the only thing he did today, because Beto was in attendance with Go Yayo when they sat up there, you understand me, and opened up a can of whoop ass on a TSF member that's probably, people don't know him like that, but his name is TSF Treetop. Now, I'm assuming the TSF Treetop didn't get the memo that the Hood Fang Gorillas, you know what I'm saying, that the 4E mobsters was out here actively searching out and sniffing out and looking for TSF members, man. Especially ones that's in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Now, Go Yayo, Beto, some Hood Fang members and some 4E members, they was out and about, you know what I'm saying, trooping and patrolling through the streets. And that's when all of a sudden they smelled out a TSF member. Now, this TSF member is from Dallas. And they said, no, bro, not out here.
Nah.
So with no further ado, we finna get off
Slipping,
into this
tipping, and tripping.
of the after effect. Because
Slipping, tipping, and tripping.
Adamant and firm that they beat the Skippy out of this TSF
At the mall.
This is how they reported it, so that's how I'm reporting, man. Like I say, man, so with no further ado, let's jump off into it.
I ain't say no cap. It's on all 5 of my kids, and I just made a TSF, piss on itself. So on my little boys, man. Besides your years, I was over with for them on my kids. Hit him all in the face with that, yeah. Hit him all in the face with that, yeah. Hit him all in the face with that, yeah. It was a on the set. Yeah. My man for brought me a music when I was young. I didn't know he was just a hate. It run fast in the mug, too, boy. I'm telling you, boy, got some feet on y'all on the set. Ain't no TSF daddy. And that ain't no TSF forward. Take down 45 back to Hurston. See? Hey, nah, for real. Cuz I said, damn, you gonna do this with all the cameras around? Yeah.
Wow.
Broad daylight, wherever I go.
Wow.
Niggas, long live Chuck and Tink is that.
Guys, y'all was so eloquently able
Wow.
to do it. Go Yayo said they caught a TSF member down bad, and they hit him with everything, bro. I'm talking elbows, hands, shoulders, knees, knuckles,
They beat the
legs,
brakes off
stomped
that
them
boy.
out, stripped them down, man. Gave him the Hood Rich Pablo one
He said the Hood Rich.
Stripped him down. Now, they also said that this guy, somebody that was with TSF Treetop. Now, they're saying the dude that's with TSF Treetop, they're saying that he unfortunately...
Boy, Sauce walking better tread lightly.
That's what I'm
they
saying.
gonna get that chain for sure.
Describe it intensely because it's fine, but that's what they say, man. They say they beat Yellow Liquid down his leg, bro.
Damn.
So, with no further ado, we finna get off into what TSF Treetop had to say, because TSF Treetop said, bro, y'all ain't speak up for yourself. So we finna jump off into that, bro. But Beto, of course, I told y'all at the beginning, Beto had something to say. So we'll come on back and play that, but let's see what TSF Treetop had to say, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, you just suck, man. You niggas ain't get a mother. I had 5,000 cash on me. Y'all ain't get no J twin. Y'all ain't get no J. Y'all ain't get nothing. Gucci 10 is coming this hoe with guns, bro. 10. They worried about the one with a gun. It's 2. It's just me and bro. Come on, bro. You ain't get nothing. Nathaniel. I saw that shit, man. I'll pop it up. Yeah, Nathaniel.
What's that? Now, y'all heard what TSF Treetop said, man. One thing for sure and two things is for certain, bro. Sometimes you take a L. It is what it is, bro. Sometimes in this life, you get caught down bad, especially when you actively participate in these so-called street beefs and rap beefs. Hey, man, even an entourage could be a casualty sometimes, and that sounds like that's what happened. Now, I don't know how they was able to identify the TSF Treetop was from TSF, because I ain't never even seen this dude before, bro. You know what I mean? I don't know, and I done covered a whole lot of TSF content. I have no clue who TSF Treetop is, bro, at all. But y'all was able to hear TSF Treetop let us know, like, bro, yeah, man, they kind of squatted me down, you smell me? Y'all can hear the dude in the background, period, poo, period, poo.
Yeah, he sound gay.
And TSF Treetop was just letting me know, like, yeah,
He sound
they
gay as
didn't
hell.
get me for that 5,000.
He did say period.
'Cause they could've
Like
gave
your
me for
sister say
5,000.
period.
Now, he don't
Period.
say, $5 $5,000. Boy, you ain't had no money. So they get off to a Vito, because this is when Vito let us know that he was there. Ain't nobody know until Vito came in and had this to say.
I ain't gonna lie, that nigga in the background, that whatever your name is, you a real partner, bro. Cause they live you to get the dog beat out, the dog piss beat out you, and you still popping. Yeah, twin, yeah. You a real, what you saying? I like you. You alright. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, you take an ass whooping like a chimp, boy. You was crying on yourself, boy. You alright. Boy, what the fuck?
Like I say, bro, Muy Caliente is getting hot down there in Texas, bro. Spicy. But one thing about it, I can't say this, but I don't know. Goyelle did say they up.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Yeah, they up the pole. So I was gonna say that at least it was stayed restricted to the hands. But Yayo said they up there, blow on them. So, and that's what he said. So don't say I'm on that police-ish, because he said that. I'm just repeating what he said.
Fact.
But like I say, bro, it's getting real Muy Caliente down there in Texas, man. I don't know how this is gonna end.
Texas,
I don't know if the
Chicago,
TSF guys
it's
is gonna respond or whatever the case may be. Like I say, I've never even heard of TSF Treetop, bro. But nevertheless, he got TSF in his name, and it seems like Goyelle and the Hood Fang guys are sending messages. Now, me, myself, personally, after the violence, this is just me, I'm getting a little older. Hey, bro, I would have chilled out if I was Vito after, headshot and all this and that. I would sit down, bro. I ain't about to be jumping on people, bro. You smell me? Especially, God just saved your life. You get hit in the head 2 times already, bro? Come on now. You just out here taking everything for vain, at least. So if it was me, I wouldn't even be out here taunting and attacking.
Hell no.
But, hey, man, that's why I say I'm
still alive. I'm still alive.
Bro. You know,
I'm still alive. Like, what is you doing there
they
for?
chased that boy around the tunnel with that switchiana, man. So I guess all I can say is TSF Treetop heal up well, man, and whoever that dude was in the background that peed on himself, hey, man, you heal up well too, bro. You heal up well too. But man, y'all jump in the comment section and let me know how y'all think this gonna end, bro. Yeah, I feel like they gotta line it up. Y'all gotta go meet at the Squabble Factory and just go ahead and duke it out, bro, so it don't get late. Cause it's about to be summertime. You know, y'all heard what 50 said. In the hood, summertime, it's the killing season. It's hot out in this bitch. That's good enough reason, right? Well, it's getting hot, bro. So you know what I'm saying? Maybe we can just all meet up at the Squabble Factory and squabble this thing out, so it don't get too hot. Like I said, man, y'all jump in the comment section. Let me know how y'all feel about this situation, bro.
Let's switch it up.
With Caliente, man. As always, man, we gonna sit up there and stay down.
On the fact that he was actually facing charges for the 14-year-old little girl, but somehow the charges were dropped to a lesser charge after fighting for about a year or two. A minor.
This is DC Baby Draco.
Unlawful sexual intercourse with a minor, pimping a minor. Listen, pandering by encouraging a minor. I'm saying the charges go on and so on and so forth. Now hold the phone. Now I know TC that.
Ooh-wee. Switch it up one more time.
Victims was brought here originally listed in fair condition. As to what led up to that shooting, officials say that is still to be determined. Police taped off a large area near Broadway and Rosemont in the Edgewater neighborhood early Saturday morning as they investigated. Officials say it was around 1:20 this morning when officers responded to the scene for a call of a person shot. Upon arrival, they found multiple victims had sustained gunshot injuries. A 28-year-old male sustained multiple gunshot wounds to the body and was transported by the Chicago Fire Department to St. Francis Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. A 31-year-old male sustained a gunshot wound to the chest and was transported to Wise Memorial Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. A third victim, a 36-year-old male, sustained a gunshot wound to the back and was transported to Evanston Hospital, where he was listed in fair condition. According to police, the victims were not able to provide details of the incident.
More information is coming out about Monadou and Youngin that was shot and killed early this morning. You know, the internet is going crazy because this news got reported, and a lot of people didn't really even know if this was real, but it's real. Looked like they was leaving out of a bar. The crazy part is the bar was on 63rd. Hit the like button. Go on this video, 1,000 likes. You know, it's a lot of talk going on about what happened. A lot of people posting about this. I had a real update. I ain't saying the other updates ain't real, but it's a real update. So hit the like button, because it puts any fake updates down and puts a real update up. It looked like they was leaving out of a bar. Okay? I don't know what would make you go to a bar on a weekend that late at night, you know, in Chicago. That's a 3 out of 3. That's a recipe for disaster, in my opinion. But unfortunately, you know, a lot of people don't follow these rules. I don't understand why. But it seemed like they was at a bar on the 6300 block. Now, I'm not sure exactly how close that is to 63rd, but it says 6300. And we know that's the area they probably shouldn't want to be around. I'm not saying that's in the right area where they shouldn't go. I'm just saying they got the word 63 on it, okay? That's all I'm saying. According to a lady whose daughter was at a bar where they was killed at, you know, she posted on social media and said that it was somebody outside the bar walking around with a ski mask on.
Damn.
Just pacing back and forth with a ski mask on, like he was waiting for them to leave out the bar. When I hear that, it feels like maybe their location was dropped. Somebody calls, hey, them niggas up in there, y'all, they up in there, they gonna leave out sometime soon. Cause somebody outside just waiting. They said he wasn't hiding, he was just outside the bar in the front, walking around pacing with a ski mask on. The lady also said that it was people, her daughter said it was people inside the club with ski masks on, inside this bar. Now, what bar owner got people allowing people to be inside this club with a ski mask on? That's some wild, extra crazy shit to me, to be honest with you. You know, that don't seem very professional. When it comes to these bars, you can't have on gym shoes, you can't have on jeans, all kind of shit, okay? And then, you know, she said basically when they came outside, you know, Buddy ran up on them and started shooting at them. And they got killed. This happened in Chicago. You know, it's a real war going on. It's already talk in the street that this is get back for FBG Duck. And they did this for FBG Duck. I'm not sure. I don't want to throw that out, you know. But I can tell you it looked like they was
what J-Man was just talking about.
You know, and I'm not sure, but the streets...
It's exactly what J-Man was talking about. Putting out bogus narratives.
You know, I'm going to keep y'all updated. But look at this post that a mother of a daughter who was at that bar where those guys got killed, she posted this here. Y'all watch what she said and make sure y'all hit the like button. It's telling me true.
Yeah, that sounds like some mama stuff. Exactly what the mamas do. Every time they get so emotional, they gonna get to tell it. I don't know if y'all seen this, but there's some jail dudes beating up the police in
I get emotional because
in Cook County Jail. They beat the shit out of this jail guard. I don't know if y'all peeped this, but this is some news.
Liz says even though it's been nearly 2 months since the attack on her husband, she's still overwhelmed by what happened as he continues to recover from a brutal beating by an inmate.
I don't think that any spouse, any wife wants to go through that or get that call.
Cook County Jail video obtained by Fox 32 shows Corrections Officer Blair Paquette on March 17th in the day room of Division 9. An inmate, angry that he can't use the microwave, aggressively approaches Paquette, then backs away. Paquette continues to make his rounds in the day room as the inmate moves to the door. About 3 minutes after that initial encounter, the inmate suddenly attacks Paquette without warning, beating him with his fists before picking Paquette up and slamming him to the ground. Another corrections officer on the other side of the door radios for help, and 25 seconds after the attack starts, officers burst into the room and drag Paquette to safety. A short time later, that inmate drops to his knees and raises his arms as more officers swarm in and take control.
That every day when he goes out to work, I always pray for him. And after looking at the video, what I saw that day, I tell everybody that God was really his shield that day.
Paquette was bruised and bloodied, needing a dozen stitches, but amazingly, he had no broken bones or internal injuries. But his wife says his injuries are more than just physical, and they don't know when he'll be able to return to work.
Recovering.
He don't want to go back
and
to work.
taking it day by day, you know.
He don't want to go
Just
back to work.
focused on his recovery
Old ass
journey.
whooping.
We would like to support him and
He don't want to go back to work. That was ass whooping.
a family.
Bo Rainey heads Fraternal Order of Police Lodge 357 for Sheriff's Correctional Officers. This Saturday, they're holding a fundraiser and raffle to raise money for the Paquette family while Blair continues to recover.
Maybe this can help him just a little bit to, they don't have to stress out about that financially. They're focusing on their recovery, and that's the most important thing.
The sheriff's office identifies Paquette's attacker as 32-year-old Absalom Coakley, who was being held for a 2022 murder charge. He's now also been charged with felony aggravated battery to a peace officer and has been transferred to the Grundy County Jail. Liz says she's thankful for the support from the community.
All I can say is that I'm just glad that he is home. I'm glad that he's alive. I'm glad that literally God answered my prayers.
Last fall, a Cook County jail guard was beaten in a jail dorm. That attack also captured on surveillance video. Now, the Teamsters Union representing the guards has complained about staffing levels and working conditions. A spokesperson for the sheriff's office saying staffing levels were adequate during this most recent incident, going on to add, the attack underscores the volatile and dangerous environment the correctional deputies face every day, and we are grateful for their courage and professionalism. At the Cook County Jail, Dane Placco, Fox 32 Chicago.
I get emotional because
Real talk, it ain't the place you want to be. I'm letting you know that note. If you think they'll get the police, what you think they're going to do to you? They only came and rushed in because they rushed the police. They going to take a long ass time to get to you in jail, and then you going to have to do your thing because everybody watching if you get embarrassed like that white dude. Say Less Moments TV. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Instagram, BEE.HUSTLE_. Hit me up and I'll hit you back. We out.